Good afternoon and welcome to the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Good Friday match of the round, thanks to Hurricane Hire. Got to get my head around that one. It's a new sponsor. Hurricane Hire is the match of the round sponsor for today's Good Friday game, and it's all thanks to so many people. And the pre-game is proudly brought to you by Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue, being held on June 20th at the Kernot Hall. Grab your tickets online, lvbigblokesbarbecue.com.au. I'm Brad Sinclair, and on behalf of Sports Stream Live, we'll bring you all today's action out here at Yarram. And joining me, as he does every week, is Matty Mosley. Good afternoon, Matty.
Good afternoon, Brad. How are you going?
Mate, I'm fantastic. It's a nice day out here. Massive crowd, and they've been here since 9 a.m.
Well, it is Easter, isn't it?
Unbelievable. Good Friday footy. Yeah. I love Good Friday footy. The Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue pre-game show. We're in for a big day today, and Glengarry, after leading by 6 goals last week over Rosedale, ended up in a draw.
Yes.
They'll be champion of the bit to beat Yarram today, I would have thought.
Beating Yarram on their home deck will be a great result if Glengarry can get up today.
We'll go through all the sides later, but you might be happy to know that there's a big key forward that comes into the side today, and of course it's one of the, or both Vardis come into the side, but the one I talk of course, is centre half forward Ben.
Yep.
Vardy, you like a big key forward.
Well, they're both massive men, aren't they? They're good. We seen one this morning when we're over there, and they're a good 6'5" in height. And then you add the experience of Josh Swift there as well. It's going to be a mammoth task for the backman for Glengarry.
Yes, it certainly will be. The ground is in absolutely excellent condition, as you can see there on camera. The deck is beautiful. I was out here Wednesday night, and it's a fantastic venue under lights and the coolness of the night it was the other night. It rained, actually, but they we'll got some interviews in the pre-game. We'll talk to Brett Mitchell, the Yarram coach, and also the Yarram president, Bill Bodman. He was up and about. And we'll also talk to Glengarry coach Alex Birmingham, Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue pre-game. And I'll tell you what's on at halftime. In the halftime show, thanks to Gippsland Land Rover, we've got the North Gippsland Football Netball League Vice President Brendan Garrett that's going to drop in for a bit of a chat and tell us on all about how the league's going.
Yep.
Looking forward to that. Next week also, we've got to let everyone know that we're on Friday again.
Two Fridays in a row.
Night game, this one, the Anzac Day. What a great day Anzac Day is Friday. Round 3 will be out at TTU where they take on Rosedale. It's a 6:20 kickoff.
Yep.
And we'll go to air with the Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue at 5:50 next Friday night. But we've got to get through this one today first, Matty. Now, what we might do is just recap on some scores from last week. And Rosedale 9-8-62 went down to Woodside 12-17-89. This was last Saturday, and we're still in round 2. It was a split round, so 27-point winners were Woodside over the Blues. Churchill, which we covered out there, was a bit of a surprise for a lot of people. 21-17, 143, ran out big winners in the end over Cowar, 11-17-83, 10-goal winners, the Cougars, and they were up and about and happy. Sale City, 9-9-63, went down to Hayfield in a close one, 12-7-79, 16-point winners for Hayfield. And Yarram North
what
kicked
a score.
Kicked accurate too, didn't they? 40-15, 255 to Gormandale, 3-2-20, 235-point winners.
10 goals a quarter.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that is unbelievable.
Which leads us into the goal kickers, because Dean McDonald got 11.
Yep. He's only played one game for the year as well.
So give us the leading goal kickers in the competition up to now.
Well, it's still only early days, but his old teammate in Keenan Hughes from Cowar, he's kicked 10, and he actually kicked 10 points last week as well, so he could have been well in front early. But we've got Kyle Graham on 9, the big forward in Lee Brown on 8, Michael O'Sullivan has kicked 7. The prime train, he won't be in there for long, but he's kicked 6.
In the one and only game.
Yeah, and Blair Climo from Yarram North also kicked 6. and the rest are only on 5, as it's still only early days.
Wow, so that's incredible. Now, that will bring us to the ladder. Now, we know that the ladder doesn't mean too much in round 2, not only because there's only a couple of games played, but we've got split rounds and teams haven't played and you've got byes. But I can tell you that right now, Hayfield are on top from Yallourn North, Yarram, Woodside and TTU make up the 5. Outside the 5, Churchill, Sale City, Glengarry, Rosedale, Gormandale and Cowar.
What do you think so far, Brad, about the teams? Anyone that's standing out to you so far? Only early days?
It is very early and it's hard to tell, but gee, I want to have a look at Yallourn North. Any side that's kicking 40-15.
Yeah, when your percentage is 1,275.
Yeah.
It's very impressive.
And we see Yarram today, and we knew that Hayfield were going to be the big improvers, and they look like they might be.
Yep.
And then you've got, obviously, Woodside, Yarram today. We have a look at TTU or thereabouts. And I'm telling you now, Churchill's going to surprise a few.
I agree.
Yeah.
Everyone was sort of riding them off early, but their kids can play.
They can, well coached.
Yeah, and they've got the freedom. No one's expecting anything of them, and they're playing good footy.
And, of course, their coach, Joe Wykes, kicked the most Massaro Motors goal of the day last week and was also the Crown Hotel player of the day.
Yeah, led from the front from the first bounce, didn't he?
Had a fair day, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I reckon they might surprise a few this year. I know it's only early. It's only round 2. So
they'll have their weeks where they might get a bit of a touch-up, but if you give them a sniff, they'll be off.
Yeah, we won't get too carried away, but I do like... Hey, these two sides today, before we go into it too much, as I said, Glengarry were 6 goals up at three-quarter time. Didn't score in the last quarter, where Rosedale kicked 5 goals, 6.
Yep.
They've had 11 shots in the last quarter. And I do ask in the interview that's coming up soon, Alex Birmingham, the Glengarry coach, what that was all about, if he's done anything or if he's even addressed it. Would you address it?
Absolutely. Even if they had more scoring shots over the course of the day, if you're still up by 5 goals at three-quarter time and you come a draw, that's a loss in my view. But if you're Rosedale, you think, geez, we're lucky to get that 2 points.
And probably unlucky in another sense because they kicked 5-6 in the last.
They did. They must have come home very strong.
If that's 6-5, they win the game.
Yeah, that's right.
So both sides, I would have thought, would be coming off the ground disappointed with 2 points.
Yep. Glengarry especially.
Now, Yarram's game last week, they beat Cowar by 18 points, who we had a look at.
Yep.
Their last game,
That looked like a ripping game, and we kept checking on that, and it was very tight all day.
And we did have a look at Cowar. Have I got that right? I just got to double check that. I just drawn a blank there. I thought because of these
split rounds.
Yes, these split rounds. It was Yarram played Cowar in round 1.
Yep.
We called
TTU and Woodside.
Yes,
round 1.
But we called Cowar last week.
Yep.
Against Churchill.
Yep.
So I'm getting confused because of these split
You're
rounds.
confusing yourself.
Oh,
yep.
yeah. So they did beat Cowar by 18 points, but they had to really put the afterburners on.
They did.
To win that game because it was a close game all day.
I feel like Yarram are a little underdone, not prepared for that. You see their side today, it feels a little bit different.
Yeah.
So we'll wait and see.
Vardy boys.
Yeah, it's going to make a massive difference.
So Yarram led at the breaks 4 points, 8 points and 6 points. And then they kicked 6-1 in the last to the Saints 4-1.
Yeah. So
that was the difference there. As you can hear the wind picking up and that affects Mike. So the breeze is picking up out here at Yarram. What we might do in Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue pre-game show, Matty, is I caught up with the coaches and a president. So we might kick off with the Yarram senior coach, Brett Mitchell, that we spoke to on, I've lost all tracks of days, Wednesday night, because they train the Wednesday night.
Yep.
So we might just have a look at that interview with Brett Mitchell, and we spoke to him on how he thinks they might go today. Okay, Brad, 18-point win, first game, over at Cowar. Back home, ground looks absolutely sensational. Are you happy about that?
Yeah, really looking forward to the weekend, particularly Good Friday.
Yeah, I think it's a standalone game.
Yep.
In the district, which is really good. You'd be expecting a pretty big crowd.
Yeah, look, I've obviously got a few friends down in Gippsland. They're going to come up and have a look as well, so I think it'll be a huge crowd, and hopefully we can put on a good show for the spectators.
Swift got himself 5 in round 1. He's up and about early.
Yeah, no, he had a great game, as did Bodie Motton and a few boys. Look, to be honest, I'm really excited about the young players we've got coming through the group. So I've got a number of players in their first or second year, so it's really exciting to see those boys go about their work last week.
Tell us about a couple of them.
Caleb Pearce, it's really exciting on baller for us. We've got a new guy, Cody Harrison, as well, coming to the club. He's an Indigenous boy. He's looking really good. Had a quiet round last week, but I'm looking forward to big things from him as well. There's Cal Griffiths. There's a number of kids. Ben Matten back into the group as well. So there's a lot of kids around sort of that 20 to 21 age bracket that really show a lot of promise, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they develop through the year.
And Griffin Underwood at 38, not a young one, but Jesus, he's looking in very good nick.
Yeah, he had a good game. He had a really big impact midfield last week. We started him forward, and then when we needed to, put him on ball and had an impact when needed.
So that experience with the young kids that you got, that would be crucial.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we'll have 3 premiership players returning this week into the side as well. So, yeah, we're really looking forward to having a strong side, probably the strongest side that we'll obviously put on the ground.
It's looking interesting, an interesting start to the season. I mean, who would have thought Churchill would have won by 10 goals over Cowar? They looked really good. A lot of people were sort of earmarking them maybe to win 1 or 2 games, but they're up and about early. Yallourn North looked unbelievably good. It could be anyone on their day right now.
Yeah, it's interesting. Coming obviously from mid-Gippsland over the last few years and coaching in that league, I don't know a lot about this league.
I'm the same.
Yeah, so it's I think it's a little bit too early. Obviously, you got the standouts from last year in Woodside and TTU and Yallourn as well, but again, I mean, I'm a coach that likes to prepare well for games and matchups, but we're going to be unpredictable this year. The game style we're going to play, we're going to really take the game on, particularly with a young group, and that's what I'm really looking forward to coaching.
You say that, and I look at the deck. That's the ground that really lends itself to that plan that you're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've got a few boys come back this week. Hopefully the Vardy boys, which will straighten us up a little bit up forward and into the ruck, and so yeah. Look, I'm still learning the group as well and their potential. So, as a coach, it's really exciting to work with the whole group and a new league. So, it's an exciting year. Interesting
times ahead. All the best for Friday. Going to be a massive crowd out here. It's about 25, 26 degrees. Going to be a beautiful day. Ground's fantastic. You've got a Wednesday night session out of the way early. Nothing to do Thursday night and ready to go Friday. Yeah,
look, absolutely. And I just said to the boys just pre-training there a minute ago that I don't think you'll get anything as close to a final as this game during a regular season. So, big crowd, good weather. Hopefully we can turn on a good performance.
All the best. Hopefully we're talking to you at about 5 o'clock on Friday as the winning coach.
Thanks, Brad. Good on you, mate.
It was the Yarram senior coach, Brett Mitchell, about today's game. The reserves have finished here, and Yarram 12-6-78, run out 36-point winners over Glengarry 6-6-42. And we also caught up with the Yarram president, Bill Bodman, on Wednesday night, and he had a chat with us, and this is what he had to say. Okay, Bill, good night out here tonight. Ground, I just said to Brett, the ground is in great condition. What's been happening there?
Well, it certainly is. No, we've got a dedicated crew of that look after the ground, led by Peter Jenkins, and they've done a fantastic job. It looks a picture, and it should be looking at its, I was going to say Sunday best, but Friday best for Friday. So.
Hill Bar should be packed Friday, 26 degrees. You stocked up?
Yeah, we're stocked up. Yeah. There was, I think the fridge man stocked it up a couple of nights ago, so the beer will be nice and cold. And if it's a warm day, I reckon there'll be a few thirsty patrons. So, yeah.
So, how did this come about? Did you go to the league and say, look, we wouldn't mind a Good Friday game?
Well, we've done it with. I wouldn't know exactly how many we've done. We've probably done about half a dozen of these, and We've done them we did a couple against Woodside, including one out at their ground. We've done a couple with Churchill, and we've also done a couple with Lawn North, but then we hadn't done any for a couple for 2 years. So we decided we wanted to get it going again, and had a look at the draw and saw that Glengarry was probably the most suitable one to approach. And I rang their president, and to my great delight, he responded positively pretty much straight away. So,
well, it gives you the weekend off as well.
Yeah. So they're quite Glengarry. We're pleased to bring them on board. They're real excited about it as well. So
couldn't have asked for better weather.
No, exactly. I mean, 26 degrees, probably a bit warm, but I won't be running around.
No,
so.
a bit warm for them, but okay for out here.
Okay for out here, yeah.
So what have we got? Do you order extra like snags and hot dogs and pies?
Correct.
Go right out.
Yeah. So the catering crew are geared up for it, and we'll also be running a barbie out here somewhere, just in that busy time of the day, and you'll be able to buy tickets for the barbie from up at the bar. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So it's all hands on deck.
Yeah, all hands on deck. Yeah, we've got as many helpers as we can get. So we're looking forward to it.
Kids get underway about 10.
Yeah, the kids get under. The thirds match gets underway at 10. The under 15s netball start at 9. So yeah, it's a long day. Yep.
How have you been? Other Good Friday games, weather-wise, has it been a bit of a mixed match?
I can't actually recall it raining in one, so that's always been good. And normally early on in the season, at Easter, you've normally got pretty good weather. So yeah, as I say, I can't remember one being wet. So
do you have a function Friday night, or is it just enough? Come 5 o'clock, you want to get home?
Well, some of the older people might want to head home. Might want to head home at about 7ish. But no, there will be a function on in the rooms that night. There's live music, so I'm sure the younger ones will be they'll be pretty worn out come Saturday, I reckon.
Gives a couple of plugs, sponsors that have been great to get back on board.
Well, on the sponsorship side, some of our biggest sponsors, Indeco and Southerly 10, which is the offshore wind company, Andrew Dunkley Machinery, and we've got numerous sponsors around the ground as well. Commercial Hotel, they're another big sponsor. So yeah, no club can function without a good crew of sponsors, and we like to look after our sponsors and give them back as much business as we can, and give them give them some exposure. So, yeah.
Thanks for having us here tonight. Enjoy the day. Get your sleep tomorrow night, because you're going to need it. It's going to be a big day Friday. Make sure you hit me at the gate for raffle tickets, because I don't like forgetting a raffle ticket.
Well, we've got a big load of firewood that the footballers are cutting, so
I'll be in on that.
We'll be raffling that. So if you've got a fireplace, get a few.
Looking forward to it. Enjoy the day. And hopefully get a win. Yeah,
thanks, Brad. And certainly, and it's exciting to have you guys coming to live stream it as well. I think that's I know it's a new innovation for the league, so we're looking forward to it. And hopefully some of our faraway supporters can tune in and watch it.
And that's the beauty of it. If you can't get here, not everyone can get here, but still get here.
Yeah.
It's going to be a massive day. Hill Bar's open all day. There's firewood raffle tickets. Barbecue here, get here, Yarram's, Friday.
Absolutely.
That was Bill Bodman, the president of Yarram, and we are here, and there's a massive crowd here as they're just lined up over on the other side of the ground, as you can see. So it might be a good time to have a listen to Alex Birmingham, the Glengarry coach that we caught up with during the week as well, and the big fella had this to say. Thanks for joining us, Alex. Round 1 against Rosedale, 36 points up at three-quarter time, ends up in a draw. How have you addressed that to make sure that won't happen again?
Well, big picture-wise, we just focus on the first three quarters of what we did well, and we just lean into that to replicate it. And then, in terms of addressing the last quarter, from rewatching the footage, the first half of the quarter actually wasn't that bad, I thought, in terms of the way we were playing. Just Rosedale just happened to get a few goals through the flow of play, and it was sort of the last 15 minutes after that we sort of probably went a little bit too in our shell, and we were too afraid of losing it instead of taking the game on. So so we had a look at some footage as a group and went through and addressed where we need if we get in that position again, what we do differently and learn from it.
Shea Duncan with 4 goals in round 1 was a highlight. Must be good to have him back at the Magpies.
He's been a great addition in our off season. Yeah, Shea played thirds for us and some seniors early on in his career before he's moved over to Perth for an 8-year stint over there, and then he's moved back for family reasons and got him back out of the nest with us. And he's been a brilliant addition. A big, strong presence on the field, and then a big, strong voice as well. A part of a young group. It just he's been doing wonders. So it's good to have him there.
Luke Healy was also in good form in the Rosedale game. How's his week been leading into this one?
Yeah, no, his week's been great. Lukey's a ripper. Turns 21 in a few weeks, so still got a lot more development and growth in him. But how far he's come in the last 2 years has been exceptional, and he's a well-loved member of the group, and I love coaching him. So I'm happy for his success first up, and hopefully he can replicate that both this week and in the weeks to come.
Now, your meeting with the players on Tuesday night seemed to be all very positive. How have they responded on the track this week from that?
The response on the track's been good. We had good numbers on Tuesday night, and then we'll get some more positive numbers out there again tonight. So the main thing over the pre-season, the boys have just been loving their footy, so it hasn't been too hard from my perspective to try and get numbers there. They just love getting there and doing the work, and are keen for what's to come, and just keep progressing and making some more inroads, I guess. I've
got to say, the new players area looks magnificent. You must be extremely proud how that's come up.
We've put a lot of time and effort into probably over the last 3-4 year period, but it's probably really taken off in the last 12 months. Largely led by Stewie Austin, our footy manager. He's put in an amount of work every time we're over there for training. He's in there just chipping away, just making it better and better. And the other one would be Jack Burgess, our captain. He's laid all the carpet in there, which we got funded by with a government grant, which is cool. But Jack, he's only 24, but sole trader working for himself with cutting edge flooring. Donated a lot of time in there just to make our homerooms just as good or better than anyone else's in Gippsland, and it's something we're very proud of.
Bodie Motton was exceptional for Yarram last week. Have you spent some time into him this week?
Yeah, we know that not just us and the rest of the league know how much of a classy midfielder Bodie is. So I wouldn't say we've structuring our whole game plan around him or something, but we acknowledge how damaging he can be, and we'll have some plans of attack of how we can curb his fluence, but I wouldn't say it takes away overly from the whole overarching plan that we want to do.
Only game, Good Friday game in the district. It's going to be a massive day, big crowd. It will really be a finals type atmosphere. Have you guys actually spoken about that?
It was spoken about once when we got approached by Yarram originally if we were even interested in doing this. I took it to the boys, and I didn't know if the boys were going to vote yes or no for it. Obviously, we're giving up a day of a long weekend, which everyone loves. But most resounding response was the guys actually wanted to play in it because we hope we get a good crowd, and they just want to play in games like that, big meaningful games, which we probably haven't had a heap of in the last few years. So there's a real hunger there from my guys, which is I'm pretty proud of. So looking forward to that.
That's fantastic. Hey Al, thanks very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Thanks for having us out there Tuesday night. All the very best today, and let's hope you can get yourself a win.
No worries. Thanks, Brad.
And that was Alex Birmingham, the senior coach for Glengarry, in the Latrobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue pre-game show. Both teams are out on the park, ready for action very soon. And let's probably a good time to have a look at the Yarram lineup. And in the backs there, Roberts, Bentley and Rendell. Halfbacks, Jenkins, Sutherland. And there's the two Matten boys, obviously. And obviously, I've just lost my main man there. It's Tommy Matten. And his brother on the wing is Ben. And then in the middle, this is the one I'm looking forward to see, Matty.
Yeah.
Bodie Motton, number 3 in the middle.
Never seen him play, but I've heard some good things about him.
So have I. Had a massive weekend last weekend. Then you got Knox, Garnham. Now, that's Ben Vardy at full forward.
Yep.
And right there, you'll see Cody Harrison in the 10 that comes across from Neil Madarnam. He's actually in the 50 Guernsey. He's changed his jumper. Would Be local footy without a boy forgetting his jumper and changing. And in the forward pocket is Dan Vardy, who we've seen over there while we were getting a coffee early. He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
He was actually taller than you, Matty.
Yeah, he was. He
When
was.
He walked past. Swift got himself a few last week, 5. And this is the boy I like. Griffin Underwood, 38 years of age.
Very experienced player, old Griffin Underwood.
In the ruck, Griffiths, Pearce and Claverino. And the interchange, Earls, Davis, Brunton and Hunter. And that'll take us out over to the visiting side, the Magpies, Glengarry. And from the backs there, you got Truan, Bishop and Thomas. Halfbacks, Maloney, Mitchell and Larkin. Centreline, Massaro. Now, he'd have to be related to our goal of the day winner today, Massaro Motors. How good would that be if Declan Massaro, off his wing, can get the goal of the day for Massaro Motors? Harris in the middle, Lever Macon on the other wing. Half forwards, Kogan, Birmingham, the coach, and Hodges on the half forward flank. In the forward line, Ryan, Duncan and Burgess. In the rucks, as we said earlier when we spoke to the coach, Alex Birmingham, Luke Healy was really good last week with Williams and the other Healy there in Seth. And the interchange, Waitley, Wasolski, Bradford and Bartley. And that's the Magpies lineup. They're moving into position. Matty, who's your tip?
I think Yarram going to be far too strong.
Yarram?
Yeah, too much firepower.
Yeah, they got to stop them at the source, don't they?
They do. Even the
Because-
midfield as well with Motton and Claverino. It's going to be tough, especially have it for 4 quarters.
That was the Latrobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue. Pre-game show out here at Yarram. We're just about to get underway. It's going to be big Cal Griffiths in the ruck for Yarram, and he's going to be up against Luke Healy
Good size, Luke Healy.
for Glengarry. There's the siren to get us underway. Good Friday football for AGL Loyang North Gippsland. Healy wins the tap. Umpire pulls a whistle, and it's an off-the-ball umpire on this occasion. Free kick's going to go to Yarram, and it's Motton. Feeds it off quickly to Pearce. Pearce sends the Demons into attack real early. They do very well there, Glengarry through Mitchell. He mops up, gets it out over the other side, right in front of the hill bar there to Larkin, feeds it off. We noticed in the 18s and the reserves, Matty, both games were played entirely on that side of the ground. What do you think that is? The hill bar?
Wow, there's people over there. You want to?
It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah. But in saying that, when we were at Churchill last week, it was the opposite way.
Yeah, it's always amazed me.
Yeah.
In it comes. I reckon Healy might have won that as well. He gets it to ground, and Williams does the mopping up for Glengarry. He's tackled. We'll get a restart again. Boundary throw in, centre wing position, right in front of the R.W. May Pavilion. Out of wing. So it'll be hard to get some effects through the effects mic today. Glengarry go up towards centre half forward. Coming out and meeting it was Ryan. Feeds the handball out of the top, looking for Birmingham. Motton gets his handball out quickly, overrunning it as his teammate, and stacks on the mill. We'll have a restart inside the centre square. Still no score early in this quarter. Gone just over a minute and a half as Healy again wins the tap out. But they're doing all the sharking, the Demons, as Tommy Harris, left foot, high ball up towards half forward. Comes off the hands of the pack. Again, up towards Vardy, holds the front position. The umpire's pulled a holding free kick. Did you just see that, Matty? Was it there?
I don't think so, no. I say play on.
Yeah, it was very...
But as a forward, you're going to take it. It's a forwards game. We know that at the end of the day.
So it'll be big Dan Vardy. Have the shot on goal. He'll kick that from about 35 metres. In he comes. High ball. Is it going to get there? It is, but it's
To the
missed
left.
to the left.
Yep.
And Yarram are on the board with the behind. So the Magpies bring the ball back into play. Wants the middle. Has the player straight up the middle in Williams. takes the mark, quickly plays on, was real good for the Magpies last week. Went through the hands of Pearce then, Lux of Fortune. So they want the centre. Oh, gee, that's a bad turnover. Straight to Lever Macon, but he has his handball smothered. Lux of Fortune for him as well, as he has mates around there. Gee, they're turning the footy over both sides at the moment. Just a little chip up. And Matten, that's Ben Matten. Oh, kicking's terrible. And both sides need to clean this up. As quick kick off the ground by Kogan. Motten taps it to his advantage, does well. Then beautiful hands out to his teammate in Claverino. Quickly feeds it off to Griffiths. Griffiths has a man in the square.
Oh, well spoiled.
Was really good football by the Magpie there, and Truan was able to back and real courage too, Matty Mosley.
Yeah, it was really well done. Looked like Swift had it on a platter just then.
Just able to kill it and rush that through for a behind.
Yeah, just lucky not to get the body.
So Truan thumping kick out to the outer wing. Ball goes to ground, and Williams is in there again for the Magpies. He's been busy early. Again, right in front of that hill bar. Again, Williams shoots out the handball. Doesn't find a teammate. Hits the boundary line. Centre wing position out of side. We've gone 4 minutes into this, just over 4 minutes into this first quarter, and Yarram lead by 2 behinds. In the Good Friday game, AGL Loyang North Gippsland football, thanks to our match of the round sponsor, Hurricane Hire. Big tackle. Umpires paid that incorrect disposal. It'll go to the Demons, out of side. Sun beaming down here at Yarram. A beautiful day. 27 degrees, who would have thought? Healy. Griffiths is there for Yarram. He couldn't take the mark. Bouncing ball to Ryan. Again, we'll have a bounce down.
Free kick.
Free kick.
Yeah, pushed him over the line. No need for it.
Gonna go
Especially
to
in the
Yarram.
forward 50. Just sloppy.
So this game might be called through the binoculars the entire day, because it is a long way from where we are. It's Dan Vardy again. Gets the shot on goal.
That might have been the brother.
Ben
Yep.
comes off the hands of the pack. Right forward pocket for the Demons. We'll have a boundary throw in.
You can see straight away, though, the Vardy boys already straighten them up straight away.
And Dan Vardy do the ruck duties for the Demons here. He grabs it out of the ruck. Has his handball smothered. Flicked out the back from Hodges. Intercepted beautifully for the Demons and hits the post. On that occasion was Caleb Pearce. And another behind to Yarram. They lead by 3 behinds. Nearly 6 minutes gone, first quarter. That's on your Finch Cafe scoreboard. Magpies bring the ball back into play. And find Larkin. Goes out towards that outer side. Geez, he had to hit that because it was a 1-on-4.
Yeah.
If he missed. And Ryan takes the mark and gets it out to his coach in Birmingham, and quickly feeds it off out towards the boundary, and it's going to carry the boundary.
Disappointing, because it was good ball movement all the way down from the kick in.
So the resultant free kick, Yarram, they'll come to this side of the ground. Short across goal, ends up in the hands of the captain, Jack Burgess. Again, sorry.
Oh, Kiefer Sutherland.
Yes. To Caleb Pearce, and the player short. Decides to go the longer option. So centre wing position, Sports Stream side of the ground. Just holding the front spot with courage was Maloney. He knew Motten was coming. So Maloney plays on, goes into the centre to Birmingham. Quick pick up. Here's a chance for their first score of the game. And it's going to go to the captain this time in Burgess. And Burgess gets the first goal of the day of Yarram. Had all the play up there into the ground. And Glengarry go down and get one early. And there it is, the snap around the body. Very smartly read. And Glengarry 1 straight 6. They lead Yarram 3 behinds. That's on your Finch Cafe scoreboard. Gone just over 7.5 minutes into the first quarter. So back in the middle. Healy again wins a tap to that man Williams, who's had a lot of it.
Yeah, he has.
Healy over Griffiths. Toe poked up towards centre half forward for the Magpies. And we'll have the ball up.
If I'm the Yarram ruckman here, I'm bodying onto Healy. He's getting too much jump early.
Good call. And there he is again. That's a big leap, isn't it?
Yep.
Williams tackle without it. Umpire said play on. He goes in after it again.
He's a good 6'5" there, Healy, by the looks of it, and he can jump. So you really got to get a big jump on him if you want to compete with him.
So Williams didn't know he had the free kick. The umpire paid it as high. Takes it, goes inside, 50. And Burgess is going to get his second shot on goal. And he started lively. When the ball goes in,
Yep, leads up really well.
So 9 minutes gone into this first quarter. Yarram had all the play in the first 5 minutes and could only score the 3 behinds. And the Magpies have an opportunity here to get their
the jump.
second through the captain. In he comes. Distance isn't going to be a problem, I'll tell you what.
That's a lovely
Either's
kick.
the accuracy, he's a
Outside
beautiful
50.
kick. There's a early leader for the Massaro Motors goal of the day. And Jack Burgess, the captain, already has 2. They go on to 2 straight, 12. Yarram 3 behinds.
He's kicked that out 55.
Beautiful kick. Died at the end, but still got there.
Yeah, could hear the thud. Timed it really well.
9 points up on the Finch Cafe scoreboard are the Magpies. They'll be very happy with that start. And as you say, Matty, they want to try to nullify Healy's.
He's always tapping forward, though,
And
that left hand.
He's given it to Williams, so every time Knox goes into that ruck now, and he's played the block.
Yep.
Quickly played on. They take the advantage, but going to end up putting it down the throat of Kogan. He plays on. Nice kick, good strong hands from Bishop. Left half back flank for the Demons. He's going to go short here. Oh, gone straight through the hands of Jordan Knox. We'll have a boundary throw in. Left half forward for the Magpies. They lead by 9 points. Nearly 11 minutes gone first quarter. Again, Healy on the second attempt. Gets it forward. And it's Williams again. He's tackled, gets his handball free. It's going to end up in the hands of Massaro. He squares it up, looking for Birmingham, but going to be chopped off. I think that's Bentley. It is. Co-captain. Come up the wing. Sports Stream live broadcast side of the ground. And they find Ben Vardy. Kick's not great. Ends up in the hands of Harrison. Squares it, but he's turned it over. Straight down the throat of Declan Massaro, who's brought his own footy at the moment now. To Hodges, out of side. Running onto that. Just needs the bounce is Lever Macon. Collects it. Tackled. Umpire's going to ball this up out of sight of the ground. Just trying to see who's running with Motton at the moment, and I'm pretty sure it might be Oscar Bradford. Just keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that one.
Because right now, Motton's just got some real free space there at the stoppage, which you don't want. Again, we'll get a restart.
He's not giving him too much attention there.
Yeah,
He's giving him half a metre, which is too much.
So it is Oscar Bradford that's gone to him, and there's Motton. Quick hands, but he's turned it over. Lays the tackle. Ball spills free. Again, Burgess is in there. Handballs it over the top, running in, and having his kick smothered was Hodges. Feed it out the back. Oh, high tackle. Got to be a high tackle. Didn't pay it. He has.
Yep.
She has. Sorry. So, that right forward pocket. Magpies, I'll get an opportunity here to kick their third. Going to go the check side by the looks of that. No, he ends up
Straighten
going the
up.
drop punt.
Oh, dear.
Missed everything.
Yes.
So 13 and a half gone. They lead by 19 points. The breeze is very, very slight. Doesn't favour one end. So it's a good start by the Magpies. Ball come back into play through Jenkins. Up the line. Umpire has paid the mark. Again, up to the outer wing position, off the hands of the pack. Fed out to Harris. Back to Harris. Gets around that.
Oh,
Great
well
smother.
done.
One bounce. The Demons.
Oh!
Good tackle. Incorrect disposal. Probably just tried a little bit too much.
no.
Did Pearson. It's been reversed.
Yeah. Callum Mitchell.
So
No,
Caleb
no need.
Pearce will take the free kick. It's at centre half forward. Oh, that's a shocking kick, but it's luck's a fortune. I'm sure he didn't mean that.
Nah, I don't
He's
think
ended
so.
up hitting Cody Harrison on the chest. Again, the kicking hasn't been great.
That
but
was not meant to go there either.
It wasn't. I reckon that was meant for Dan Vardy.
Yep.
And it floated, and Motton read it really well. So Bodie Motton takes the mark. It's about 30 metres out, 35 metres out. No real angle to worry about, and he's a beautiful kick of the footy. In he comes. They haven't scored one yet, and they still haven't. Missed to the left. So 4 straight behinds, and they might rue that. Truan will bring the ball back into play for the Magpies. 15 and a half gone first quarter, 8-point lead.
Yeah, and this Yarram zone has been far too easy to get out of so far. They've got out of it very easily, Glengarry.
So Truan goes to the outer side. Get over to that hill bar. Finds Healy. Long left foot kick up the line. Goes out of bounds. So again, outer wing position right in front of the RW May Pavilion. Of a boundary throw in. Healy again. Leaping high. Motton goes to ground. Coming over the top of him was Williams. We'll have another restart. Knox wins that one. Up towards centre half forward. Needs to be clean here. The Magpie. He isn't. Goes back in after it. So bounce down. Inside 50 for Yarram. Just the 4 behinds. Knox and Healy. Healy wins it to Williams. He's always, that's the target every tap.
Yep.
Vardy feeds it out quickly. Snap it goal around the body. And that was off the boot of Claverino. Comes off the hands. Boundary throw in. To the right forward pocket for Yarram. Boundary throw in. Dan Vardy does ruck duties for the Demons this time up against Healy. In fact, Jordan Thomas in there as well. Healy wins the tap. Vardy. Ooh, was that a double action and a throw in the end? Umpire says no.
It was a good call, though, because the umpire couldn't see it. So
Yeah, if you can't see it, that's
don't
right,
call
don't
it.
guess.
That's
Yep.
right.
Up it goes again, Vardy. Thomas wants the boundary and gets it. No, in fact, got some players. That one was Callum Mitchell that looked very similar in stature. Vardy takes it out of the pack. Williams. Grabbing ball going to ground on the tackle is Davis with a ball up. So ball comes to the Sports Stream Live broadcast side of the ground. A lot of fumbling going on. A hurried kick forward in the end for the Magpies. Will send them up towards 50. Overrunning it was Duncan. Demons, game of volleyball just there. Short ball looking for Claverino.
Oh,
He's
well
got to
done.
beat 3, and he does. Umpire correctly says it come off the hands, play on. Claverino goes short to Motton. Quickly feeds it off to Griffiths. Gets it back in the 1-2. Left foot, shot it, goal!
Goal of the day so far.
The Massaro Motors goal of the day leader is Cal Griffiths, and he gets Yarram's first for the game. We're going to 1-4-10, just trailing by the 2 points now. Glengarry 2 straight 12, 19.5 gone. That is on the Finch Cafe scoreboard in the first quarter.
How's that for a ruckman?
He's very mobile, isn't he?
Yeah. We've got the coach going in for Glengarry in the ruck now.
So, and again, umpire said someone's come in on the bounce there, has he? And they have. It looks like it's a
Yarram
Yarram free kick. So again, it's that man Griffiths.
Ah,
Beautiful pass,
it
wasn't it?
was.
So all of a sudden they're going to get another shot on goal.
And this man knows where the goals are. Josh Swift has kicked many, many goals over his long career.
Five last week.
Yep.
For Josh Swift. Going to have to kick that 40, so distance won't be a problem. It's on quite a slight angle, but as Matty says, his beautiful kick, knows where they are. In he comes. Yeah, and they like it. Drifted
There
late, but still got there. So they hit the front, the Demons. They go on to 2-4. 16, they lead Glengarry 2 straight 12. That's a beautiful pass. Good action too of Swift, isn't it?
It
As you
is.
said. So,
But as good as Healy's been, even though he's not in the ruck at the moment, it's Griffiths that's really got them going in that last 2 or 3 minutes.
yeah, kicked that nice goal.
Yep.
Leader in the clubhouse at the moment for the Massaro Motors goal of the day is Cal Griffiths. Claverino taps it forward. Ends up. Quick kick forward. Back to Claverino. Little chip to no one in particular. Umpire says hasn't travelled the required distance, so Maloney had to quickly feed it off. Claverino is back in there again. Feeds it off to Davis. Davis on the left foot. High ball. Comes off the hands of Truan. A quick kick out. Mark. Just holding that was Bradford. He'll go short in the middle of the ground. Punched away for the Demons there by Sutherland. Into the middle of the ground now for the Magpies. He's cleaning up is Bentley. There's a player on the wing. Garnham. You're short to Claverino, who's been busy this
Yeah, he's
quarter.
getting busy.
Oh, it's kicked straight into the man on the mark. Luxor Fortune comes back to him. Then he wins it. And the boundary umpire said that's out of bounds. Cassidy Bartley did very well then.
Yeah.
Just stayed in the moment, didn't he?
Yep.
So we're nearly 23 minutes gone. Yarram lead by 4 points. 2-4-16. Glengarry 2 straight 12 on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Won't be a long quarter. Birmingham holds Griffiths out and then gets the tap down. Bradford goes in underneath it. Cleverino again, he's almost the Crown Hotel player of the day for mine at the moment. This first quarter. Quick hands out from Davis.
Oh, there he is again.
Shot on goal and he's got his second. Cal Griffiths.
We talk about best player on the ground with Cleverino, but geez, Griffiths is right up there.
Interesting game, Matty.
It is. It is.
3-4-22 Yarram. Glengarry 2 straight 12 on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. As you'll see here, just very, very mobile, the big man.
Yeah. But the game's not setting the world on fire as yet. It's been a bit sloppy at times, but then there's been some great goals as well.
It has.
They've really cleaned it up.
The skills generally have been quite poor in field kicking.
Yep.
Turn the footy over a lot, both sides.
Griffiths is changing that.
So back in the middle. 50-50 that one. So again, just a battle underneath it there. Time it was Ryan. Bit of restart. Hilly goes back into the ruck with Griffiths. Wins the tap. Oh, beautifully done by Healy. Ends up coming out to Ryan. Feeds him inside. Oh, well trapped by Duncan. Comes around, has the feed off on the handball.
Just need a bit cleaner.
It was just at the feet there of Hodges. He couldn't collect it. Come away through Sutherland to the Demons. Wants that outer side boundary and gets it.
Lucky there, the Demons.
Very lucky. The handball just from Duncan was at the feet, wasn't it, of Hodges?
Don't hand pass to a forward at his feet.
Back into play. Ryan again, liked his quarter. Feeds the handball on the outside to Harris. Runs away with some pace. Squares that up. Beautiful kick. Finds his teammate in Kogan. And he's taken the mark directly in front, nearly, and only about 30 metres out.
And it's an important goal heading into red time.
It is. It'll bring it back under the goal margin. 26 minutes gone nearly. They trail by 10 points. It'll bring it back to 4. So it's very important for Sid Kogan to kick this one for the Magpies.
Looks like only a young fella as well.
And he
looks
comes.
good.
Yeah, great kick. So he gets his first. And Glengarry get their third. And they'll be very happy that they've kicked straight. 3 straight 18. Look at that pass. He just squared that up beautifully.
Yep.
And Yarram 3-4-22. They lead by 4 points. 26.5 gone first quarter. That's on your Finch Cafe scoreboard. In the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League match of the round, thanks to Hurricane Hire on Good Friday football. The only game in the district. Back in the middle. Healy. Knox. Gets the handball out quickly. Come in from a different angle, I noticed then, Jordan Knox. Healy wins it back. Feeds the handball off to Harris. Short ball to the coach, Birmingham.
Love how he turned around quickly.
Wheeled around on the right foot, gets it over the back. Here he is again. Kogan just got a bad bounce, but he's got a teammate there in Duncan. He should have kicked the goal and kicks their first blemish.
Great build-up again, though, with Glengarry. I really like that. The mark and turn from the coach.
They bring it into Sutherland. The outer side of the ground, back pocket. Umpire calls him to play.
Oh, he's gone.
What's happened there? He went to balk
And he
lost the ball.
footy. He's putting his hands up, but it was there.
Has Williams short and in a better position. Tries to milk it for a 50.
They could be at front at quarter time.
They could be too. And that's the thing when you kick accurately. That was well done by the captain there in Burgess. He was on the boundary and seen the opportunity to square it up to Williams, and he took it. Another one up there with Claverino. When you talk about...
Yeah, they've touched it a lot already.
The Crown Hotel player of the day is Ewan Williams. The kick from 20. More or less directly in front. And he's got it.
Yep.
Turning into a bit of a goal fest now. And they hit the front, the Magpies. 4-1-25. They lead Yarram 3-4-22, 28 and a half gone. First quarter on your Finch Cafe scoreboard. Very disciplined football that from the captain.
It can be cruel being a backman though, can't it? It only takes one mistake and you give a goal up. Let's see how the Yarram ruckman goes up against Healy this time. It's always left hand going down.
And it is again. This time finds Ryan, who's also been good. They're probably on top in the midfield.
Yep.
Monton wins that handball, but he's turned it over. Ends up back in the hands of Healy to Williams. He's kicked that last goal. Goes inside 50. Good punch
he's got it.
from behind
He's got
Martin, but he stayed the mark. I thought he got the fist on that, and so did he.
It's a forwards game, Brad. You should know this.
We'll have a look at that replay when we get an opportunity. Duncan's going to get a shot at goal directly in front, but Tommy Martin wasn't happy at all. He thought he got his fist on that, unless he's just trying to con the umpire, but I don't know why you would, because I've never seen one change his mind.
No, they don't change.
So, they lead by 3. Nearly 30 minutes gone. And Duncan comes in. Kick 4 last week. He's missed to the right.
Oh, that would have been nice just before quarter time.
Four-point leaders in the Magpies. The depths of the first quarter here now. Yarram, beautiful kick in from Jenkins. Quickly play on. Up towards the wing, outer side of the ground. Turned it over by hand a lot, Yarram. It had, I think that's the pressure too from the Magpies. They had a lot of handballs smothered, Matty.
Yeah, but they're turning it over in very dangerous positions too. You can, if they've sent a wing, all of a sudden you're back into your defensive 50.
Again, get a restart.
Yeah, I think if I'm Yarram right now, I want to shut the quarter down. I feel like Glengarry just got up the last probably 4 or 5 minutes.
I know we'll be talking about it three-quarter time if Glengarry's in front. I know what we'll be talking about is their 6-goal lead that they blew last week.
Yeah.
But at quarter time, here at the Yarram Rec Reserve, it is Yarram 3-4-22. They trail Glengarry 4-26, and they lead by 4 points, the visiting Magpies, and it's all thanks to Hurricane Hire, the match of the round sponsor in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Good Friday match of the round. We'll be back here at Yarram for the second quarter. It's the Magpies by 4 points.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to the Yarram ground for the big AGL Loyang North Gippsland match of the round out here between Yarram and Glengarry. And I can tell you they're 4 points up. Glengarry at quarter time. There's some jumper. We're just thrown into mayhem here, Matty, with Yarram.
Yeah.
They have jumpers different all over the ground here at the moment. And I can tell you, in the 40 is Jordan Knox. We had him in 29. And Lockie Roberts is in 28. And we didn't have him. And we can't see Griffin Underwood. So I reckon...
Yes. I don't think we called him in that first quarter, did we?
No, we didn't. So we're about to get underway. Second quarter here at Yarram. There's Motton. Gets a handball free. Bouncing ball ends up in the hands of Garnham. Long shot at goal out over the back.
Oh, Swift.
What a great mark. Just protected his body with his foot on Truant and was able to lean back and take a great mark. Joshy Swift.
That was a bit of Toby Green about him putting that leg up. This could be one of the marks of the day so far, Brad.
Thanks to our great friends out there at Willetton Transport. Bernie will be tuning in today, I've got no doubt. So Swift comes in from the pocket. It's not an easy kick. He goes around on the left foot. Snap! I reckon he's got it. I reckon he has. He's happy. He has. And his second goal of the day. And they're away to a good start in the second quarter, Yarram. That'll take them on to 4-4-28. They lead Glengarry 4-2-26. That's the snap there. Beautiful. The goal umpire was probably didn't move with it. It was hard to read.
Yeah.
I went by the body movement of Swift. He was very
happy with it straight away.
2 point leaders, the Demons, on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Just over a minute into this second quarter. It's won by Griffiths. Goes to ground. Fed out to Pearce. Has the player on the outside in Garnham. Oh, bad bounce and ends up helping out Kogan.
Straight to Yarram player.
He's done this a lot, both sides.
Around that centre wing area, a lot of turnovers.
There's another player in a different number that we have listed. I'll get you to look up number 6 for the Demons. I don't know why this happens. Finds Motton, ends up in the hands of Garnham. Garnham now. High ball inside. 50 at the back is Swift. He read it really well off the hands, and he's got his third.
No one there for the number 6 either, Brad.
I don't know. When I played footy, Matty,
Yep.
you had your jumper all year, and you wore it, and you brought it to the ground, and off you went. It wasn't hard.
Well, if someone can tell us who number 6 for Yarram is, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Just come in at half time. Right here, I've got Jack Fisher on the list.
Yep, okay.
So, I don't know if that's correct.
But not called on Player HQ either.
No, not on
so
Play
it makes
HQ.
it hard for
Yeah,
us.
it makes it really difficult. So, back in the middle, and... Five, 4-4-2. 8 point lead now to the Demons. Motton, beautiful left foot. Look at that for Harrison. Just waited for it to trap it, and he did it well.
Bit of dancing about him.
It was, and that's a beautiful kick to centre half forward. And they'll get another shot on goal here. I've liked his game so far, Garnham.
Yep.
You'll have to kick that all the very best part of 50.
Yep.
So the left foot from Motton to Harrison, and then the Harrison kick to Garnham was
Yeah,
brilliant.
it was lovely. Played a bit of footy against Dylan when he was at Tarwin. Very good player.
Garnham, in he comes. Oh, tell you what,
Oh, a bit
misses
to the right.
And just the behind for the Demons.
Oh, something's happening here.
Oh, they're having a chat. Oh, well, you can't go to the camera.
Score review?
That won't happen.
Behind.
So just the behind. We go on to 5-5 Yarram. They lead Glengarry 4-2. Truant brings the ball back into play. He's a thumping kick. He's a beautiful kick with no real follow through. Just punches it sweetly.
It is, but as I said in the first quarter, Glengarry are getting it out so easy out of defence.
That kick's not that great by Healy.
Ruckman don't kick like that, do they?
Out over the boundary line.
They should be given the handball.
Boundary throw in. Comes back into play. So we'll get a restart. So it looks like a dangerous or sling tackle here. To go to Healy. Short. Lucks a fortune again. Finds Harris. Don't know if he meant that. Might have towed that. It's Harris now. Plays on. Goes inside 50. Birmingham comes out and hits the pack hard. The Demons now take it out of defence. Harrison leads up to the ball carrier. Nice mark. Looks a likely type. Cody Harrison. Look at the kick.
Oh,
He gets it into good spots, but that one wasn't that great. Looked good off the boot. Keep the ball in play, then the big fella in Thomas. There's a lot of fumbling out there. Ends up in the hands of Dan Vardy. Quick kick forward. Goes through the hands of Garnham and hits the boundary line. So boundary throw in. 35 metres around from the Yarram goal. Swift. Pearce. Out towards the boundary, and just happy to see that out over. It's Glengarry with a boundary throw in. Left forward pocket for the home team. They lead by 9 points, 6.5 gone into this second quarter. The AGL Loyang North Gippsland match of the round thanks to Hurricane Hire. Good Friday football. Birmingham, he's tackled. So he's gone down in the ruck to give Healy a bit of a spell. Do battle with Dan Vardy. Out the back. Harrison again. Feeds it off to Swift. Oh.
could have marked it.
Truan just fists it through. And another behind the Demons side.
He's turned it over.
Has it gone down the throat of Pearce? It has.
It has.
5-6-4-2, 10-point lead. So take it out to the biggest margin of the game thus far. If Caleb Pearce can kick that from 45. Not hard to miss him. Those bright orange boots. Caleb Pearce, in he comes. And misses to the right.
Just keeping Glengarry in it.
And the 12 shots to 6. They've doubled the scoring shots, haven't they? And they're only 11 points in front. Now, watch this. Truan. Ben Truan. Just love the thumping kick he's got.
Oh,
Look at that to Thomas. Vardy does well. Ben, that was. Come over the back and fist that to the boundary line, but he punches it.
yeah, that was a punch kick and it went 55 metres.
So don't forget the halftime show. Thanks to our great friends at Gippsland Land Rover. We'll talk to the Vice President of the League, Brendan Garrett. The Magpies, geez, they linked up well there. Hodges, left foot, high ball. Out towards the boundary line. Tackle without it, I reckon, was Hodges. He went in after it again. Umpire says no. In fact, he is. He will get the free kick. Late call. Hodges. Geez, we've seen a few smothers, Matty Mosley.
Yeah. They're just lacking a little bit of polish, Glengarry, aren't they? They're moving it. They've got every direction right. They're just not executing it properly.
Tell you what I wouldn't mind seeing at some stage. I Wouldn't mind seeing Ben Truan at centre half forward.
Just to change it up, give him something different.
Yeah.
Even put the coach to centre half back, maybe.
Yeah, I just like the way he punches that footy and hits that footy. And right now, they're getting enough of it, as you say. They're probably winning around the stoppage.
Well, they've dominated in the ruck, in the tapping area of that, but on the ground they're probably losing it, but definitely in the air.
Right on cue, they win it again through the coach Birmingham. Martin lays the tackle, ball spills free out over the boundary line. Centre wing position, outer side of the ground, nearly 10 minutes gone into this second quarter. 11-point leaders are the home team, the Demons, on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Again, Birmingham gets it out over the back. Quickly wrapped up was Harris. We'll do it again. Claverino's in there crumbing the Birmingham tap. Right now, the early leader now, I reckon, for the Massaro Motors goal of the day would be Josh Swift from that snap from the boundary on the left foot, the non-preferred, and he's got 3. Haven't seen any aerial skills at the moment for the Willetton Transport mark of the day, but I'm sure that'll happen at some stage.
It might be Josh Swift again, when he put his foot up there in the mark at the
Yes.
start of the second quarter. But I'm going to disagree with you with the goal of the day so far. I'm going to go with Cal Griffiths.
That earlier one in the first
Yeah, I
quarter.
thought that was a great goal. He followed up and kicked the goal.
Yep. Again, Thomas, tackle to the ground. So a lot of players around it. Quick kick out. Knox is there. We were calling him a different player. We're hoping that the number changes that we weren't given are correct on our own little bit of study we've done. Up towards half forward. Just sits on that couch grass.
Good tackle.
Ball goes out towards the boundary, stays in. Did well, did Callum Mitchell. By keeping it in, he goes up towards half forward, and it's just going to beat Wasolski over the boundary line in front of Sutherland.
Grab him.
Boundary throw in. Right on the 50, Healy wins the tap. Out to Motton. He's tackled, gang tackle. No prior. 12 gone, 11-point leaders the home side. That's won by Griffiths. Griffiths goes in after it again, gets a high free. It was against Bradford. And 50.
They've worked so hard to get it back up into their attacking 50, Glengarry, and they've just given away an easy 50 back into the attack for Yarram. He loves to run,
doesn't he? Nice long kick, Swift again with that foot into Truan, but it went through his hands on this occasion and finds the boundary line. AGL Loyang North Gippsland football, Good Friday football out here at Yarram. Round 2, split round. Last game of round 2 next Friday night. Anzac Day game out at TTU against Rosedale. See all the action right here on NGFNL YouTube channel. Ball back into play. Vardy's tackle. Not going anywhere in the Thomas tackle. And we'll restart. 20 metres out.
Let's just watch Harrison here, number 50.
Thomas wins the tap. Quick kick out from the stoppage. Doesn't go very far, just very high in the air. Ends up in the hands of Garnham, who's going to have a flying shot, but he's going to miss to the left. So they are hitting a lot of behinds. They go on to the 8th now, 5-8 to 4-2. Out to 2 goals. Truan plays on. Out of side. Got it on the wing. Oh, just took that one step too many.
We're seeing it a lot there, aren't we, with Glengarry? Turning the ball over there. They do everything right.
So they quickly play on. It's out to Sutherland. Back inside, 50. And that's Ben Vardy.
Yep. Just too big.
That was when we spoke about in the pre-game, thanks to Latrobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue, that the two big boys up top, and then you've got a mid-size in Swift.
Yeah. When you had 2 6'5" mobile forwards, it makes a massive difference.
Vardy, look at that. When you've got a forward that can kick like that, makes it very difficult. He goes on to his first of the day, does Benny Vardy, and he gets Yarram's 6'8". Now 44. They lead Glengarry 4-26. We've gone 15 minutes into this second quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. So they've got to make sure there's pressure around the ball carrier so they don't get it in there with ease, because that is what will happen to them if it gets in long and high.
Yeah, it just shows from that goal it's come from another Glengarry turnover, and in a dangerous position as well.
I can tell you, on the little bit of homework I've done, number 6 is Jack Fisher. So for Yarram, who wasn't listed, he's going to retrieve his own kick here, Massaro. Goes back to Williams. A little bit quieter this quarter. A fantastic opening to the game. Ewan Williams.
Great
Up the
kick.
line. It was a great kick, wasn't it? Finds his teammate in Bartley. Called to play on. Inside 50. Motton, quick hands out. Get this out of trouble for now, the Demons. Just sits up beautifully, the bounce on this ground, as Benny Matten goes inside 50. Did well on that occasion, did Mitchell. Coming in is Claverino. Quick hands off to Vardy, that's Ben.
Oh.
Kicks it off the ground, but Truan, the quarterback, just read that very well. So Ben Truan, last line of defence. Only 17 minutes gone, second quarter, and his team trails by 3 goals, and that's going to go straight down the chest of Pearce, right under the old scoreboard here.
And I can see in the background there, Griffin Underwood is not playing.
Yeah.
He's hanging out of the coach's box up there.
Interesting, as they find Swift inside 50. I should have known something was a little bit off, but because he was 30, he didn't train Wednesday night when I was here.
Okay, so there was a...
But at 38, I thought playing on a Friday...
I think 38's generous. I think he's older
Is
than
it?
38,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I just thought at his age,
Yep.
on a Wednesday night, playing on a Friday...
Yeah, we can
he's
actually
had the
see him
night
up
off.
there on the screen, top right-hand corner with the hat on,
Yep.
white hat on.
Yeah, in that
Yep.
coach's box.
Yeah.
So Swift has his opportunity here for his 4th. He's kicked him on every foot and every angle, but he's missed that to the near side. (6'9", 45, 4'2", 26. Lead by 19 points, the biggest lead of the day. So Truan brings it into Thomas. Still inside their defensive 50. He's going to quickly play on with hands. Risky. Massaro feeds it off. Gets a 1-2 from Maloney. Smothered. Williams comes in to help out. Gets a block from Maloney. Gets around one. Oh, he's bitten off more. He could chew out. Motton reads it well. Taps it towards Pearce, and Motton's held without it. He'll take the free kick. Sports Stream Live broadcast side of the ground. So Bodie Motton inside 50, just punching it away there was Bishop. Probably could have marked it because he did use the 2 hands. Out to Birmingham. They're away through the middle. Getting a 1-2 there was Harris. Quick hands off to Massaro. into the middle of the ground. Trapping it there is Seth Healy. Feeds it back. Followed up well did Thomas. They've got nowhere to go, though, the Magpies. They just want to control it here. And Massaro didn't go the required distance. Has to give it to his coach in Birmingham. The pressure's very good from Yarram.
It is.
At the moment. Claverino, he's tackled. Someone down there in the middle of the ground. It's Ewan Williams for the Magpies. He's getting up now. Bit of a bounce down. Centre wing position out of side of the ground. 19.5 gone. Second quarter, 19-point lead. As Motton gets up towards 50 to Ben Vardy. Squares this up to Dan Vardy. Gets off the back. Really well read by Bartley. Takes a bounce. He's in trouble here. Had no one to go to. It was a really good chase down tackle by Harrison. Big hit from Vardy on the young fella in Waitley. All the outer side. Williams again.
Oh, very dangerous.
It is. Squares it up with a nice foot, though, to Maloney. And has a player on the outside. He's shifted the defence here of Yarram. Had to keep going, though, Matty Mosley.
Yeah, too slow. If you're a forward, you're jumping up and down. Hurry up.
They shifted the defence and just give him time to come back, didn't they? As Lever Macon takes the mark on the wing. Up towards half forward. They take it away through Motton outside of their defence. Swifts up the ground. Oh, good punch. Coming across there was Ryan in front of Swift and finds the boundary line.
You definitely notice when the coach of Glengarry has to go into the ruck, there's nothing at centre half forward, and they really struggle to kick to someone down the field.
So it'll be Birmingham in the ruck here for the Magpies. Motton reads it well. Feeds it off over the top. Ends up in the hands of Pearce on the right foot. Snap!
Jeez.
Wow, is that a contender?
That's up there.
For the Massaro Motors goal of the day contender, Caleb Pearce on the snap under enormous pressure. Takes the Demons on a 7-9, 51, 4-2, 26. Glengarry, as we watch this here, Motton did real well. Under pressure, gets around onto the right foot in between two players. One of them was Ewan Williams and the other, Jai Maloney. Able to get the goal. Caleb Pearce does really well. Finch Cafe scoreboard. They're now out to a game-high 25-point lead, the home side. We're on 22 minutes into this second quarter. Back in the middle. So Ryan coming through. No, it's that to no one in particular. Umpires paid incorrect disposal. So free kick will be taken by Bartley for the Magpies. So they need one before half time's an understatement. High ball in. You can hear the crowd not happy with that. So the shot on goal here, very hard looking into that sun, I can tell you. But I reckon that's Tom Harris as he comes in. In fact,
It looks
it's
good.
Jet Hodges. And Hodges gets his first for the day. And a much needed one before half time for the Magpies. They go on to 5-2, 32. They trail by 19 points. Yarram 7-9, 51. That's on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Don't forget, coming up in the Gippsland Land Rover halftime show, we'll have the Vice President of the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League, Brendan Garrett. And in 10 minutes' time, Carlton gets underway against North Melbourne. And
Are you a bit nervous?
Brendan is a mad North Melbourne supporter. So we'll talk to him about that as Motton takes the crumbs out of the middle. Goes inside with a high ball. Looking for Vardy. That was Ben, holds the front spot. Truan does really well for the Magpies. Feeds it off. Gets it out Bouncing ball. Geez, he did well there.
He had 3 on 2.
Mick Ryan.
He'll take that.
He had Motton and
Circling.
Ben Matten bearing down on him. He did really well. Birmingham wins the tap to Ryan. He's tackled by Motton. We're going to restart again.
Just
In
an
fact,
idea.
it was Williams.
Just an idea, Brad. Would you put Jack Burgess in the middle just to give him something different? I feel like he could be good in the packs there.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. I'd be trying anything right
Just
now.
a centre forward, like he starts a centre, then push forward.
19 points down. Birmingham wins it. Yarram. He's tackled by Larkin. Yeah, that's a block. It was a block against Birmingham, and free kick will go to Brunton.
Great call.
It
I love
was.
what you could hear on the mics there. That was a great call, correct call.
Feeds it off to Motton. Oh, lowers his eyes and hits up Ben Vardy with a beauty. Quickly wheels around onto the right foot. Has Dan Vardy leading Thomas out to it. Gets through his hands and Swifts. Dan Vardy goes in after it again and quick feed out towards the boundary, and we'll have a boundary throw in. Right forward pocket for the Yarram side. Time on, 25 and a half gone, 19-point leaders to the home team on Good Friday footy. The only game in the area. Dan Vardy takes it out on a shallow throw-in.
Been impressive, the Vardy boys, haven't they?
And he's asked them to throw that in again. It was so shallow. They have. Just when you've got two big forwards like that, it makes it difficult on your opponent.
Well, just releases Swift.
Yes, who's helped himself to 3 and possibly could have 5.
Yep.
As the ball is punched out over the line from Lukey Hunter.
Yeah, he'd be getting a second or third defender now, Swift. When he probably improved like against Cowar, he would have taken the number 1. So it makes his job a lot easier.
So not far off half-time here. Still that 19-point lead to the Demons. And we'll get a boundary throw in. Centre wing position out of side.
Good crowd on the far side there
Yes.
for Good Friday.
And the Hill Bar's got a few in there.
Yeah, that only get busier as the game goes on.
Yep. Williams taps it down to Birmingham, feeds it back. Back to Williams. Just not being able to control that footy was Bishop for the Magpies. And goes
Truan.
through the hands of Truan. Ends up out the back to Dan Vardy. He's tackled by Thomas. I want to give him a bit of lip after the tackle too, did the big fella.
I'd want to hold on before half-time, Glengarry.
Vardy takes it out of the ruck, feeds it out to Swift. Right foot snap, Truan. He's underneath it.
He's a goalkeeper.
So they don't go quick. And I think that a lot of it, Matty, is their high forwards aren't pushed up high enough.
Yes.
So it ends up in the hands of Massaro. He'll square it up to Maloney. Lowers his eyes to the coach, Birmingham.
It's this next kick, this next play that they've really struggled with.
Yeah, I think
I'd get
they're
Shea
missing-
Duncan up. He's too deep.
Yes, yep. Through the hands of Burgess, out the back. Oh, high tackle from Wasolski. So Fisher, short. Harrison, out to Sutherland. Missed kick, but Motton does well. Quickly plays on the boundary umpire. That's great eyesight from there because we're right behind that. I had no idea that was out. Here we are here. His feet were out. Don't know if the
Don't know if
footy
the
were.
ball's out.
Yeah. So whoever boundary throw in, Dan Vardy. It's the right fist to it. Looking for Claverino, but Bartley's up to the task and takes it out over the boundary line.
And as we can see, we can't see on the screen, but Shea Duncan has now finally moved up from the full forward. He's been far too deep this quarter.
Yep. Again, Vardy wins it from Thomas. Just tapping it on, trying to get the bounce was Rendell. Got his right foot snap at it, but it's up out over the boundary line. Right forward pocket for Yarram. 29, just over 29 minutes gone. Still that 19-point lead to Yarram. Not far off half time. Thomas holds the front spot. Quickly comes out to Vardy. That's Ben on the right foot outside, check side. And Ben Vardy gets his second for the quarter. And they didn't want that, the Magpies.
No, not at 30 minutes in red time. There'd only be at least no more than 1 or 2 minutes in the quarter at best.
Just stayed in the moment, didn't he?
Yeah.
8-9-57 Yarram. Glengarry 5-2-32. Nearly 30 minutes gone, second quarter.
And the luxury, they haven't even put them in the ruck at all. In the centre bounces, the Vardy boys haven't even been in there.
So the Finch Cafe scoreboard out to 25 points to the home team. Griffiths to do battle with Birmingham. I reckon Griffiths got that in the end, knocked it forward. Pearce lays a tackle on Harris. Do it again. Nice tap. He was looking for the runner on the outside in Bartley. Ends up in the hands of Harris.
Oh, they'd want to be
Feeds it
quick.
off. Bartley goes inside, but just reading it better was Jenkins. Oh, waiting for the bounce and getting it, because it does sift true, was Benny Matten.
Oh, great tackle.
Lays the tackle on Burgess, and he's going to get the free kick, Ben Matten. Want to be careful. You don't want a 50 here at the 31-minute mark. Put him within scoring range. Right on the half-time siren. And it is Glengarry, 5-2-32. They trail Yarram 8-9-57 on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. So they got away a little bit there, Yarram. And in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League match of the round, thanks to Hurricane Hire, it is a 25-point lead to the home team. And we might take a short break. When we come back from that break, it'll be the Gippsland Land Rover halftime show, and we will speak with the North Gippsland Football Netball League Vice President, Brendan Garrett. It's the Demons by 25 points.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to the Yarram ground for round 2, the last game of this split round on Good Friday in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League. Match of the round thanks to Hurricane Hire. It's time for the Gippsland Land Rover halftime show. And right now, Yarram 8-9-57 lead Glengarry 5-2-32. They lead by 25 points. Goal kickers for Yarram, it's 3 to Swift, 2 to Ben Vardy, 2 to Cal Griffiths, and it's a single to Caleb Pearce. And for the Glengarry side, 2 to Jack Burgess. Got them very early in that first quarter. They didn't kick a goal in that. Oh, they kicked the one, didn't they, in that second quarter from Jet Hodges. And singles to Jet Hodges, Ewan Williams and Sid Cogan. And that gives them their 5-2-32 to 8-9-57. Now it gives me the great pleasure to introduce our Gippsland Land Rover halftime show guest. Is the North Gippsland Football Netball League, thanks to AGL and Loyang, Vice President Brendan Garrett. Good afternoon for the first time this year.
Good afternoon, Brad, and thank you for having me.
And what a day. It's 3:23. Carlton and North Melbourne have just got underway. I'm Carlton and you're North Melbourne, so we might do a score check before this interview's over.
I think we might wrap this up and I'll go watch it.
Been a good start to the year. Crowds have been fantastic.
They have been fantastic. We've had some beautiful weather the last couple of weeks. And
It's going to get nasty, though, isn't it? At some stage.
at some stage it will, yes. No doubt about it. But we'll take it while we've got it, because it is absolutely magnificent out here, and there's a big crowd here of spectators that are just enjoying the day.
So the Good Friday concept, me personally, not that that matters, I love it, particularly when it's the only game in the district. I think that's a real shot in the arm for the North Gippsland League.
Yeah, obviously, by the amount of people that are here.
And to live stream, because some people can't get here, so there'll be people at home and even in nursing homes.
Yeah.
Sitting back having a, what would they be on, the Carlton Light? Is that still going? The Shandies?
Have a shandy.
Shandy lemonade, Carlton Light. Sitting back, I shouldn't say that.
I'm looking forward to retirement.
Yes. And it leads me into, a live stream wouldn't happen without your sponsors. I've got to take my hat off to yourself and the rest of the board. I think you've taken a risk and done a really smart thing here on live streaming this footy. It hasn't affected one crowd we've done thus far. Crowds have been enormous, and it wouldn't happen without the sponsors that you've obviously got on board to help you with this.
Absolutely. We've done a fair bit of work to try and find some people to help us out with the moving our league forward, and so far it's been pretty good, but we still need some more for sure. And if there's anybody out there that wants to get involved and have their name mentioned across this live feed, then most certainly they can talk to me.
Yeah, and the halftime show's gone. Gippsland Land Rover own that at the moment. But it can change every week. It can change every week. And if you've got a cool 110,000 to go out and buy a second-hand Land Rover, what a nice car they are.
Second-hand.
Second-hand, 110. They're a beautiful car.
It depends on what model you want. There's a big variety of cars from Land Rover now. And they're a beautiful car. That's for sure.
You'd see a few of them too out of BP Terrelgan East filling up on the way to Sale and Lakes Entrance. They'd be coming through there.
Do you have a Land Rover?
Yeah, 4 or
I've
5.
seen one.
Yeah, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
You haven't been out to BP Terrelgan.
I've seen him hop in one before.
They're a beautiful car. I love them. Yes,
So
that's
who
true.
else, our scoreboard, Finch Cafe. Now, I rave on about this every week, about the calamari. Now, we're out there for the launch, and what a great venue that is. They're one of the ones that have jumped on board, a new one.
They are a new one this year. Yeah, we've got a couple of new ones this year, including Crown Hotel, which has been really, really good. So if you'd like a nice, cool beverage on a warm day like this, the Crown Hotel would be a lovely spot to go.
They should have the footy on. I might drop my head in there and see them and see if they can get the local footy going each Saturday in at the Crown Hotel, because they do sponsor a few things. It's the post-game show later on, and they're the player of the day as well today.
And they sponsor a few clubs, so
Shandy
they're pretty good to our league, so they're good. And we've just had Hurricane Hire come on.
Yes.
Yes, tell us a
Hurricane
little bit about them. I haven't heard them before.
Well, they're a local hire club, hire company that's just started up recently.
Yeah.
So whatever you need, just jump on board online to hurricanehire.com.au and you'll find all the
the
hire
goods they
vehicles that they've got. They've a big range of vehicles that are available.
Anything else apart from vehicles with these guys? Or they do machinery, or is it all just vehicles, buses, and they do a bit
yes.
of buses?
Hang on. I better just check that.
Double
but,
check that,
there's certainly
Just
bigger
jump on the
vehicles.
website and find out.
Yeah,
Bigger
on
vehicles.
the websites. Yeah, have to
Fit guys like us in there, Matty. Big
Oh,
vehicle, we
I
need a
know.
big vehicle. Just eating that Finch Cafe food
Oh,
every week.
the
buddy.
calamari.
Putting on a bit.
Another one that's come on board is Endota Day Spa.
Oh, here we go.
Hey,
So
where are they? In Dota. They're everywhere. They are
Well-
absolutely everywhere, aren't they?
I don't know. I'm not into day spas myself, but they've been very good to us to come on board. I know they are across the road from the ANZ in Tarragona,
Okay.
between the ANZ and the Westpac.
Ah,
Corner there. So, yeah.
might have to check in there and get a bit of a facial there, Matty.
I think a few of the TTU boys might go there.
Oh,
Nice and
really?
close, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it'll do much for me. But you know, we are a league that's have a naming right from AGL. So AGL have put in a lot of money, and a lot of great value for us as a league. Over the last at least 10 years, they've been absolutely magnificent for us, AGL, and I'd really love to show our support for them.
Well, and with that too, Brennan, and I'm not trying to pump my tyres up, but I did speak about this at the start of the year. I changed my electrical supplier, to AGL, knowing that we're coming on. I'm big on this, and people out there should be doing the same thing. I reckon if you're involved in a club in this competition, if you're not on AGL, get on AGL, because without people like that, and I just think it's
They support you, you support them.
It's got to be that way.
Yep.
I mean, there's leagues in this competition that use live streamers that are in Melbourne. For God's sake. I mean, so I
We know who they are, don't we?
Yeah. I changed my power supplied agent. And I'll tell you the other thing, my power bills come down, which is very good because I'm on a ventilator when I try to go to bed. Sorry. Keep going, Brennan. I'll get a Carlton.
Well, there's a
score for
couple
you,
of more sponsors that I'd like
Yes.
to really talk about who have
Definitely.
been on board for a few years now. CRFM
Yes.
have been a great sponsor for our league for the last few years. They sponsor and promote our Rising Star Award for all the young up-and-comers in both football and netball.
So is that done once a month?
Yes.
Or, yep,
Yep.
okay.
Once a month.
So the rookie of the month type of thing?
Yep.
Yep.
That is correct. So clubs can nominate a worthy person, and they'll be in line for the end of the year.
Yep.
Final.
Okay, so the clubs vote on their player who they think, and then there's a vote done out of those each month.
That's correct.
Great idea. Love it. CRFM, well done.
Mazzaro Motors, I've got to mention, they've been with us for quite a while. Electel, many years Electel have been the sponsor of our league. Willingdon Transport come on a few years ago when I got that crazy Bernie onto our
We've
board.
talked about him, haven't we?
He's spot on. He's crazy, all right.
Yeah, he's a crazy man, but he's a fantastic bloke.
Ah, he is a ripper. Tells a few stories, just quietly. Very funny man.
Yeah, he's got a few good stories. Yes, Evans Petroleum come on a couple of years ago, so they're helping us out too. Evans Petroleum are all across Gippsland, and they supply me in at my wife at
BP Tarragona,
Tarragona,
where
so
the 14 Land Rovers are sitting in the money in petrol.
Has to be.
Well, there is.
there's plenty of dough and baking, that's for sure. And
Yes.
yeah, Gippsland Land Rover, of course.
Yeah. So, hey, it's been a good start to the year. As I say, the live streams we've gone to, the crowds have been unbelievable. That one last week at Churchill
It was great.
was astounding. Round one out at Woodside was a beauty too. And, of course, we're here at Yarram today, and the crowd's good again. Good Friday. I spoke to Bill Bodman early in the week on Wednesday night. I think they've had a couple of years off on the Good Friday, haven't they? And they've come back this year to do
I
it.
believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So they've put in a request this year that we could change their round two, and it's been magnificent, hasn't it?
Yep.
And very good of Glengarry to jump on it.
Oh, yes.
They didn't have to do that.
No.
No.
Giving up gives up your Friday. But, I mean, to me, I like it because you get your Saturday off as well. Hey, now the big one next Friday night. This is another one I like.
Yep.
Anzac Day Friday night. Have you always done this at North Gippsland?
No, I don't believe so.
Yeah, this is the first. Yeah.
I reckon this
is going to be a bumper.
You
this one.
guys are thinking. I like it. I like it because it's a standalone for North Gippsland. There is a Gippsland game on the same night. Be very interesting because they're not too far away on the night. But
very close together.
Yes, very close.
Yep.
I think that's a great initiative from North Gippy because other leagues aren't doing it. I mean, Gippsland aren't.
Yeah.
But the other ones aren't doing it. They don't do it. So who come up with that idea? Take it.
Well,
Same as you.
It was me, of course. No, we were approached by TTU and they requested it themselves, TTU.
Well, when I was out there from the round one game that we did Woodside and I went out to training that week and I spoke to a few of them out there, they seem like a very forward club too that are always thinking outside the square trying to do things, which is great.
They are. They've got some good operators there at TTU. Yeah,
What a deck.
Sure.
That deck. Just I could imagine standing out there on a nice day, watching the footy. It'd be interesting next Friday night. That's forecasted again for early to mid-20s degrees. So that night out there next Friday night between TTU and Rosedale, who you have a little bit of a connection with because your boy coaches the twos out at
That's correct, yes.
Rosedale. So you'll be out there next Friday night?
I'll be there, that's for sure.
And you don't see the wife that much then, obviously?
I think she's pushing me out the door to go. No, that's a bit of a dreaded ground for me because that's where I played my last game of football.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For Rosedale?
No. I actually played with the mighty Namrock.
Oh,
wow.
The mighty Brockers, yeah, a few years out there.
Really?
Yeah.
And that was your last game at TTU?
Yeah, tore me hamstring
Oh,
at the age of 29 or something like that and never played again.
They're not a nice injury.
No.
So that was your last game of footy out at TTU?
Yeah, 29, that was only about 4 years ago.
Gee, that's 4 decades ago. Fair dinkum.
I think Jesus was playing back then.
Yes, yeah. Who played on him? Ben Vardy would have played on him. He's looking good today. Hey, we're nearly at the end of our Gippsland Land Rover half-time show because they're back out on the ground. They're going to get underway. Thanks very much for giving us your time today, Brendan. You've been absolutely sensational. The whole board in everything we've asked for has been brilliant and cannot thank you enough for all your help and support on this.
Thank you very much for all the effort that you've put into it and really wrapped with what's happening.
We're loving it. And I've got to say,
figures.
just before you go, Carlton by only 2 points at the moment over the Kangaroos.
I'm going to go and listen to it as I go across the hills.
Yes, there's no doubt if we see Brendan walking past the van in about an hour, we know the score. Well done. Thanks, mate, for joining us.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
See you later. Bye-bye.
See ya. And we're just about to get underway here. That was the Gippsland Land Rover half-time show. And thanks very much for the great man, Brendan Garrett, for jumping in and joining us for that. And we're underway. Motton quickly gets the ball towards centre half forward. Truan gets the one hand to it. Can't take the mark. Harrison, right snap round the body. But he's missed everything. Out of play. He's a good man, isn't he?
He is.
Loves his footy.
Doing great things for North Gippy.
Certainly are. Leaping ahead is the North Gippy, thanks to AGL and Loyang. Quick kick out, or bouncing ball. That wasn't really true. Motton read it beautifully, though, and feeds it off to Fisher. Fisher off to Pearce. Squares it up towards the goal mouth. Garnham, he's in underneath it. He's tackled quickly there by Maloney. The umpire lets it go. Comes out to Davis with a left foot snap. But Truan, geez, he's been good in defence, but at some stage in this game, I'd love to see him up forward.
Yeah, just switch it up a little bit.
Nice kick out of side. Williams is there. Comes out to Bartley. Feeds it off to Bishop. Squares it up. This boy's been good today too, is Tommy Harris. Or is it Hodges? He's turned that over. They want the centre, the Demons. They go to Motton. Uses the ball by hand a lot. Oh, Swift. Done that a few times today. He's just led Truant under the ball, but hasn't been able to grasp him a
Just
couple of
off
times.
a little bit. I do think we haven't seen much of Healy since quarter time. I reckon he's off injured, and the coach has pretty much been in the ruck ever since. And that's probably their biggest downfall at the moment at centre half forward.
Good call. Thomas is in there at the moment. Dan Vardy takes it out, feeds it off. Again, Truant reads it well. I've liked his game. Is he going to square this up or just go down the line? Which is predictable, and he does, but that's what he does. He gets it out. Oh, gee, Caleb Pearce jumped in the pack. Unrealistic. Claverino collects it, but he's gone out over the boundary line. As we were hoping there'd be a fair bit of cloud cover here today, but I can tell you there's not a lot. Well, it's there, but the sun is piercing through it. There's Birmingham now with Griffiths. Out the back towards Fisher. He lets it go. Quick kick forward from Benny Matten. Had a few of them. It's the Magpies go up towards centre half forward, but reading it well. Not happy with the kick. Ends up in the hands of Swift. Gets it around his body in a 1-on-2. Kicks it straight to his direct opponent in Ben Truant.
Probably been their best player.
He's been very good, hasn't he? And I can see why you wouldn't move him forward. He stops a lot, but gee, I'd just love to see him there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, just change it up.
Looks for Birmingham. Gets off the front of the pack from him. Bishop lowers his eyes to Williams. Still inside defensive 50. He's going to take him out to Ryan. Half back, outer side. Beautiful kick. Oh, gets through the hands there of Hodges. Ends up in the hands of Sutherland. Feeds it off over the top. Just the don't argue there from Jenkins. Again, a good mark there to the diving Ben Matten. In front of Glengarry coach, Alex Birmingham. So Ben Matten, outer side of the ground. Plays on now. Wants it in long and high, looking for a Vardy, but neither were there at the time, and it was only the smaller Garnham that was there, so it enables the Magpies to bring it out through the agency of Truant. Claverino reads it from Burgess. Goes inside, or just outside the 50, and he's been good too as Bartley for the Magpies. Out towards the outer wing. Birmingham overruns it. Griffiths is there. Feeds it back to Ryan. Ryan now. Up towards half forward. Bouncing ball, not good for Mitchell. And again, ends out over the boundary line, out of sight under the old scoreboard. It's 25 points as it was at half time. 5 minutes into this third quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Won by Duncan that time for the Magpies. They've got a few guys that can go through that ruck at all areas of the ground, the Magpies. But as you say, we haven't seen Luke Healy.
No.
So Griffiths wins it to Motton. Quick hands out. Well done by Earls. Feeds it off. Up towards half forward. Oh, geez, just fumbling there with Bishop. Couldn't control it. Don't argue. Back to Pearce for Yarram. Inside 50. Low grubbing ball. Dan Vardy. Geez, he does well there for a big fella. Beautiful ball control. Feeds it out towards Swift, but boundary line beats him. Moved very well there. Dan Vardy low to the ground, Matty.
Yes, he plays like a midfielder.
He's very, very agile.
They both are. Ben and Dan. They both move very well. Like their older brother, Nathan.
So it'll be Dan Vardy. He'll take it out of the ruck in front of Thomas. Feeds it off. There's no one really there, so he has to go in after it again. They'll clear that. Kick smothered for the Magpies. Oh, gee. I reckon that's incorrect disposal against Wasolski.
Another good call.
Umpiring's been good.
Yeah.
He's going to bring him back. So the wrong person was taking the free kick. So nearly 7 minutes gone into the third. No score added by either side here. Just a little bit of wheel and go there was Earls. We're looking right into that sun, out of side. Oh, bounced off the chest there of Hunter. It's going to be a free kick to Glengarry in that defensive half. Again, selling some candy there was Pearce. In
That's
fact,
better.
it was Hodges, sorry. Oh, high ball, but still didn't get there to Bartley, was the intended target. Gets it on the half volley and then he's all wrapped up. By Knox, and we'll get a restart in the middle of the ground. Bartley again. Nice kick. Oh, gee.
Dear.
Should have done better than that, Kogan. Let's let Fisher in on it. Gets it back to Sutherland. Does well to Knox. Inside. Beautiful kick. Can't stop that to Ben Vardy. He's got two. He's going to go short looking for Dan. Garnham's at the front of the pack. Does the discipline thing. Squares it up to Swift. Glengarry says touch. The goal umpire says no. And he gets his fourth. Josh Swift. So he's the danger man at the moment, as he was last week for Yarram. They go on to 9.963. Glengarry 5.232. That's on your Finch Cafe scoreboard. 8.5 gone.
Just didn't feel like there was a lot of intent from Glengarry. Just felt like they're going through the motions a little bit there.
With the big men that we speak of, the two Vardys and the very, very nimble and athletic Griffiths, and they've got some others as well. With Healy going down, it makes it very difficult, doesn't it, Matty?
They just don't have the depth like what Yarram have.
So again, comes out towards Knox, goes past him. I thought he did very well there. It was Seth Healy. Quick hands. Williams. Chopped off by Fisher. Goes short. Gee, he's had a lot of the footy as Cassidy Bartley. 1-2 and feeds it back to Massaro. Goes up towards half forward. Now Bentley. Umpire says touch play on, so Griffiths has to go. Gets around onto his left foot looking for Vardy.
Oh, Martin.
Just did really well, Martin. Then turned on a sixpence. Beautiful kick to Dan Vardy. And Dan Vardy will have an opportunity for his first for the day. He'll have to kick that from 40, and geez, he turned well then, didn't he?
Yeah, he literally just stopped. He had good engine brakes on him.
Everyone went past him.
Yeah.
Bodie Motton playing forward at the moment. So Dan Vardy has an opportunity for his first. They lead by 31 points now. It's going to come back. Not going to get the distance though as Birmingham in the goal square gets his hand to it. Going to 9-10. 5-2 is Glengarry. Truant to bring the ball back into play for the Magpies. Comes to the Sports Stream Live broadcast side of the ground. Leaping high was Kogan. Couldn't take it. Quickly kicked away by Earls inside 50. Again, Truant. Feeds a handball off to Maloney on the left foot. Has Kogan again. Holds the mark. Boundary line. Short. Not a great kick. Ends up helping Claverino, and he's able to run away. Ben Vardy. Round the body. Oh, Motton. Goes in after it again. Oh, coming through like a bull. Right there for the Yarram side was Davis. And Swift has an opportunity for his fifth and misses to the right. So Truant. There's a lead from Ryan.
Oh,
Look at
beautiful
the kick.
kick. Oh,
Did well there. Very well did Earls. Then didn't panic. He's looking for Harrison. Chopped off by Larkin. Feeds it off to Kogan. That's a better kick from
yeah,
him.
much better.
Finds the big fella there in Mitchell. Oh, look, that's a good kick too. It's 1-on-2, but didn't have a lot else to go to. Does well to get a 50-50 here and halve this. And the bounce down inside the Magpies. Probably first foray inside 50. 12 and a half into the third, Matty.
Yeah, they're very flat at the moment, Glengarry. They haven't come out very well.
Burgess, was he tackled without it? Umpire said no.
Yeah, they're very stagnant. Something needs to change, whether that's a positional change. But yeah, definitely going through the motions.
They'll take this out quite easily. Yarram through Bentley. Nice kick out of side. Finds Pearce. Warm day here. Oh, look at Swift all on his own. Just needs that to sit. It does. Then he fumbles. Has time to correct it. Going to get the 1-2. Under pressure, though. Good pressure from the Magpies.
That's a free kick.
Yeah, Pearce went low. It's got to be a Glengarry free kick. It's going to bring him back.
Unfortunately, Yarram have time to get back. And he's probably only be able to kick down the line.
So 13 and a half gone. The AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Round 2 Good Friday game, and chopped off there for Yarram by Davis. But they're away though, the Magpies. They do well. Go inside, 50, juggles it and holds it, does Mitchell. So he's inside 50. He's just going to lay this up, but it's a 1-on-2. Burgess does well.
Yeah.
And he's drawn the free kick.
I think it was there.
Yeah, Jack Burgess, he was smart. He had a 1-on-2. He had to do something. He was smart, led the bloke under it, held the ball drop area at the back and got a free kick. He's kicked 2 in the first quarter, so he likes this end of the ground. And he'll shoot for his third and badly needed one.
Yeah.
Matty Mosley.
And it'll get him with, 4 or 5 goals, and anything's possible. A bit of momentum can change.
So Jack Burgess. And he comes from 30 out directly in front.
Beautiful kick.
Oh, he's happy about it too. And he's trying to get his side up and about, which is great work from the captain.
I think he can sense it's pretty flat out there for the boys at the moment.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not a lot of talk. There's not a lot coming through the mics, is there?
No. Yarram, 9-11-65. They lead Glengarry 6-2-38. Nearly 15 minutes gone, third quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. There he is there, the captain, putting through his third. So, they needed that. Carlton have gone to 31 points up over North Melbourne, so we probably won't see Brendan Garrett again. And
He's already up the hill, I think. He's gone.
31 points up, 6 minutes to go to half time. Pearce, bouncing ball, feeds it off to the outside to a teammate in Rendell. I'll come back in now. Garnham at the back looks dangerous. He leaps, comes forward. Hurry kick forward. Again, Truan reads it well. There's a player on the outer side in Massaro. We want to see him kick the goal of the day. For Massaro, mate, this would be brilliant. Short.
Oh, he lost it in the sun.
Yeah, Birmingham couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Just Ben Vardy was able to chop it off. Then he goes short. And is that Swift? It is. He's got 4. There's an opportunity for his 5th from 47 metres, directly in front. So the Jack Burgess goal that he just got might be equalled here with Swift's 5th. That's a tongue twister. Josh Swift.
Nice slow approach.
It is.
Very deliberate.
47 metres. Ooh.
Oh, that is a horrible looking kick.
That was nearly a check side.
That was horrible. It was a mongrel.
He was lucky to get it behind there, I would have thought. So they're 28 points in front. They were 4 points down at quarter time, the Demons. They were 25 up at half time. So they've only increased by 3 points. 17 minutes gone into the third quarter. It's been a very, very mellow third quarter.
Yeah, it has. Whether the heat's starting to affect the players, it is a very warm day out there.
Very warm. It's Truant. Brings it in with a customary 60-metre kick to the outer side. Thomas is there. Oh, he's copped one high there, Geordie Thomas. And they can't afford another big man to go down, Matty Mosley.
No, they just simply don't have the big man depth.
He's got himself up and running back to position, so he's okay, which is good. Duncan in the ruck now for the Magpies. Wins that tap. Pearce there for the Demons. And on his hands and knees, punches it out to the outer side. Claverino just couldn't handle it. And the ball trickles out over the boundary line in front of a packed hill bar. And a beautiful day over that side of the ground.
And beautiful under the shade over there. We'll take all the sun.
And we are. Wonder how our cameraman Mick Robinson up on the platform is going. Hopefully he's covered in sunscreen.
He's starting to look like a crab, I think.
As Griffiths wins the tap for Yarram. He'll be sharked away here for the Magpies. Looking for the captain in Burgess. Gets underneath it. Gets out over the back. Uses his body well, does Burgess. Then feeds the hands on the outside. Really good footy from the Magpie captain. Bouncing ball inside 50. Collecting it and handballing it out was Larkin, but they shark it to the Demons. Bouncing ball towards Vardy. Gets out over the back of his head. Duncan's there. Just can't collect it. Coming in, and he couldn't collect it, was Jenkins. They all bounce, jump over it. And the umpire's pulled a free kick. And it will go to Jenkins by the looks of that.
He's a beautiful kick too, Jenkins.
Wells Jenkins. Again, low kick. Beautiful kick to Harrison. Just took the defender out of the equation, didn't he, with a nice, low, fast kick.
Made the forward lead into it. Make him work. So but going back to Jack Burgess, as soon as he went up higher on the ground, things happen.
Yes.
That's why I think he should be going into the midfield. Even if it's only for the rest of this quarter, just make something happen.
So Cody Harrison is going to shoot for his first of the day. Boy from Nilmadanum.
I've liked him.
Yes. He's very balanced and good skills. In he comes from 30 out directly in front.
He's missed.
Because I said he had good skills.
As it always happens.
Yes, misses to the left. Could have been a lot different if they had been accurate.
Yeah.
They had 22 shots at it to 8. They lead by 29 points. The Demons is Truant, short to Ryan. There's a player wide on his own in Larkin if he wants him. He decides to go up the line, and he's going to go to Larkin. Oh, he drops it, and then he's tackled by Vardy. He's in trouble. Vardy just takes it off him. Kicks towards the goal mouth, but again, Truant. Without doubt, as you said earlier, Matty, I reckon he's their best player.
Yeah. And you don't want your full-back to be your best player, because that's telling me he's getting far too much of the footy.
This fella might be their second in Bartley. Out to the outer wing. Gets off the hands of the pack. Harris was tackled. Gets his handball away, and everyone dives across it. We'll have a bounce down centre wing position, outer side of the ground, into time on. 21 minutes gone, third quarter. 29-point lead to Yarram on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. In the Hurricane Hire match of the round, thanks to AGL Loyang, North Gippsland Football Netball League. Good Friday football at Yarram. Birmingham wins the tap. Sutherland's there. Can't collect it. Claverino can. Handball over the top. Just control the footy. The Demons. High ball to Harrison. Couldn't take the mark. High ball. Then tackled. Out of bounds. No. Going to ball it up. Birmingham again. Hurry kick forward. Does well.
Wow,
He's had a very good quarter, Mitchell.
yeah.
Feeds that to himself just through sheer grit. He'll probably get pinged. He has.
That's another great call.
She's umpired very, very
Yeah,
well.
she has.
She's
I can't knock any decision she's made.
turned it over here. The umpires said, I like the way she umpires.
But it's not over umpiring.
No, it's not. That was there.
Yep.
And Callum Mitchell will get a shot on goal. Through sheer grit,
Yep.
the umpire was correct. It was incorrect disposal. She give it. And then there was remonstration from Yarram,
And it was there.
and it was there. She's reversed the free kick. So Mitchell has an opportunity to kick his first for the day. He'll kick from 40, slide angle. Shouldn't be a problem from there, and it's
Looks
not.
good.
Straight over the umpire's hat. Glengarry, 7-2-44, won't go away.
No.
They peg it back 9-13-67 Yarram on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. 23 minutes gone.
If they can get one more before three-quarter time, they should have belief because Rosedale did it to them last week.
Well, brings it back to 17 points.
Absolutely. There's
Game
a
on.
chance. Yep.
Yep, game on. They've been good, Glengarry. They lose Healy, who was dominant.
Dominant in that first quarter, and it's had to bring the coach into the ruck, and he's a big cog to their centre-half forward line.
Which is why he's moved Mitchell forward.
Yeah, he's had to try something
Yeah.
different. He was playing in the back line earlier.
And Burgess is in the middle now,
Good.
captain.
Yep. Needs to happen.
Might be listening to 107 FM here.
Got an earpiece.
In the ground as Williams. Oh, did Motton push him in the back? Umpire said no. Motton, geez, he's got composure.
Yep.
He doesn't panic under pressure. Feeds it to Knox. In the middle, Claverino. Back to Motton. And again, just doesn't panic to Rendell. Up towards Vardy. Leads out. You can't stop that. Geez, he pulled up short there.
he's cramping
Short
on
there.
him.
Ben Vardy, yes.
It's the start.
It's every week at the moment because there have been warm games every week.
They
Goes
have.
inside 50 to Dan Vardy. As a player short. Kick was there, just the execution wasn't great to Lever Macon, and he's tackled by Ben Vardy, who is going to give us the customary cramp stretch.
And then he'll sprint off any minute.
Up it goes, Birmingham. I reckon that might have been a Falcon. Hurry kick towards the wing. Going low. Was that Mitchell again? He's presented well since going to that high forward role. It was. In fact, that was Ryan as well. Going in hard there was Davis. He's tackled by Williams. Right, 25 gone. 23-point lead. Oh, it takes it out of the ruck. Then it was just stolen away from him.
Oh, wrong bloke to have it.
Exactly. Motton takes the bounce, goes to 50, has a shot.
Wow.
That's a contender for the Massaro Motors goal of the day.
He's the wrong man to get it right there, Brad.
Gets his first for the day. Yeah, spot on, Matty Mosley. He's a smart player, reads it well. His last 5 minutes have been superb.
Just well balanced.
Yeah, 10-13, 73. Yarram, look at that. Gets to 50 and goes bang. Beautiful kick. And Swift does the rest by shepherding that through. I know what you would have done. You would have tried to
I'd have
mark
marked it,
yeah.
yeah.
Glengarry, 7-2-44. They're back out to 29 points. 26 minutes nearly gone in the third on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Ryan, hurry kick towards centre half forward. Claverino breaks the tackle of Ryan. Taking a while to get up to. Through the hands of Ben Vardy. Taken away through Larkin, the Magpies. Wing position, Sports Dream side of the ground. Finds Lever Macon.
Oh, that's what sums up their day.
Yeah, and he was looking for his teammate in Ryan, but Griffiths chopped it off. Back to Ben Vardy. He was cramping up not that long back. He's now on the lead all the time and goes to Dan Vardy. Geez, just gone bang.
That could be a rib breaker, that one.
Henry Bishop, real courage. And Alex Birmingham, the coach, has taken a mark and taking his time to
He's
come
top
up.
one too. Got
blood.
a bit of carrot, yeah.
Yeah.
So he did get connected.
So he's straight off the ground.
Not the new shiny head too, Brad.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yes. So they'll just wait for Birmingham to go off and get cleaned up. They cannot afford another big man to be off the ground for too long.
Nah.
And I know that it's... So now, Larkin on the left foot, up towards 50. Burgess lets it go. There a chance here on the outside. Comes back to Ryan. Shakes the tackle. Quick kick forward from Lever Macon. Doing well, reading that very well was Jenkins. Left back pocket for the Demons, and we're nearly 28 minutes gone in this third quarter. 29-point leaders.
Motton.
Yeah, Motton again.
Creamy's rising.
Yes, he had a very, very good quarter, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Never turns it over.
Nah.
Goes short to Davis. And they've turned it over, though, here. And Duncan is the recipient. And then he's put it
Straight
down
to
the
the
throw to
opposition.
Bentley. And Bentley finds Motton. Boys are tired.
Yeah.
He won't turn it over. Don't worry about that. To Griffiths.
Arguably the two best players on the ground, Griffiths and Motton.
Yep. Has Knox, but has Vardy. So he decides to go to the bigger option in Ben Vardy. Centre wing position right in front of the Sports Stream Live broadcast box. And that is three-quarter time. And it's Yarram 10-13-73 lead. Glengarry 7-2-44 on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. And when we come back from the break, we'll have the goal kickers, better players, and the last quarter in the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Good Friday match out here at Yarram. Thanks to Hurricane Hire, it's a 29-point lead to the home side.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back to the Yarram ground for the Good Friday game between Yarram and Glengarry, where the Demons at three-quarter time lead by 29 points. So they increased their lead by 4 points. So Glengarry weren't too bad, and they got some injuries and lost the big fella in Healy. And I reckon Birmingham's changed his jumper from 26 to 27. That would be because of the blood
Yep.
in the ruck. Don't forget the post-game show at the end of the game. Thanks to the Crown Hotel. We'll go through the Willetton Transport Mark of the Day, the Massaro Motors Goal of the Day, and the Crown Hotel sponsored Player of the Day. And what has been a big day out here and a very warm day is Garnham wins the handball. He might get a high free kick here, has he? In Rendell. Yes, he has. In the centre of the ground, and sun beats down. He'll go to Motton short. Motton now. Finds Ben Matton. So he's all wrapped up around the head. Birmingham on the mark there. He copped that knock in that third quarter.
Like he had that haircut.
Yes. Truan reads it at the back but fumbles. Goes in after it again. Quick hands out. Is that Swift again? I reckon he's got that.
He does.
There's another contender.
Yep.
Wow. They're coming thick and fast, the contenders for the Massaro Motors Goal of the Day. And Swift gets his fifth. Yes. He gets his fifth and gets Yarram's 11th. They go on to 11-13-79. What a goal. Lee Glengarry 7-2-44. Just a minute and a half into the last quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Well, you're picking the Massaro Motors Goal of the Day. Is that a contender?
Definitely a contender.
Yep.
Definitely.
So, back in the middle. He's a contender for the mark of the day too, just quietly.
Oh, that's better.
Thanks to Willetton Transport. Again, he's a real contender now for the Crown Hotel Player of the Day, Bodie Motton. He's gone to another level now. Again, Ben Matton.
Swift
been
again.
Good, yeah. Well, if he kicks 6 or 7, he's going to be a contender.
Yeah.
And he's going to be a contender for the Player of the Day, Mark of the Day, and Goal of the Day. Wow.
The Grand Slam.
I hope he brought a trailer.
Yeah.
Take home the no prizes that we got. As Swift will kick from 50.
The deliberate run-up.
I like that he goes the same way every time.
Oh, he's pulled a hammy.
Oh, he hasn't, has he? Oh, it's hit the post off the hands of the pack. Has he really?
Oh, I hope it's only cramp.
I hope it's cramp too. But that, I've done a few of them.
Oh, so have I.
And that doesn't look like a cramp to me. I hope I'm wrong. I've been known to be wrong a lot. As the Magpies up the wing. Oh, good mark. I'll square it up now to Ewan Williams. Centre half back position. This is where they fall down. Get into that high forward area here.
And just kick it.
And that's what they've done again.
Yep.
Geez, I've liked Ben Matton's game. Bounced before it got there. Good umpiring decision. Gets a hurried kick towards Swift. Feeds it off to Pearce. Inside 50. Geordie Thomas comes out in between the two Vardis. Takes the mark. Oh, gets out over the back. Earls. To Pearce, goes to 50.
Oh, that is
and
beautiful.
Kicks the goal. He's second for the day. Caleb Pearce been very, very good for the home side as well.
Did it vary with ease, the
Look at
distance.
that. He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
And whilst they were very inaccurate early, they've cleaned that up.
Yeah, they nearly broke it back to 50-50.
12-13-85 Yarram. Glengarry 7-2-44. They're out to a game high. 41-point lead. 4 minutes gone last quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard.
We hope Glengarry finish the game out. Because they've been in the game basically 2.5, 3 quarters. We don't want it to stretch out if you're a Glengarry supporter.
Totally agree. And remember their last quarter last week. Carlton up by 33 points. Brendan Garrett, hope you're listening.
If they were down, you wouldn't know about it.
Back in the middle. Birmingham wins it. Oh, just missed out on the bounce, did Ryan. Toe poked out towards Knox. Back to Kogan, but, geez, using his strength was Jenkins.
Yep.
Feeds it back. Knocks again. Motton, beautiful hands over the top. Inside 50 for the Demons, but it comes back out. Jenkins is there again, fists it away. Quick hands out from Lever Macon. Running backwards there, no one to go to was Maloney. He does well in the end, didn't panic. Nice bounce for Bartley. Gets around Fisher, goes backwards.
Oh, no.
Straight through the hands and legs of Larkin. The umpire calls for a bounce. So it's inside the 50 for Yarram. They hold a game-high 41-point lead, 5.5 gone last quarter. Birmingham, geez, he's toiled hard all day.
Yeah, he's tried and tried.
Since the Healy went down, real coach's effort in the ruck. So free kick, Seth Healy feeds it off. They'll go up towards Burgess. Sutherland gets his toe towards it but doesn't connect. Umpire's pulled a free kick, he's pulled a throw. So Glengarry through Waitley. Goes inside 50, and they're going to get a shot on goal here against the flow. And it's that man that went forward when Healy went down and the coach had to go into the ruck is Callum Mitchell. Got one in the third. He's going to shoot for his second here against the Tide. Mitchell sits it very high,
Lovely
holds
goal.
its line and goes straight through for his second. I like that they just keep having a dip here. 8-2-50, Glengarry. They trail by 35 points. Yarram 12-13-85. 6.5 gone last quarter. Finch Cafe scoreboard.
It's another string to his bow, isn't it? Playing backline, knowing if something happens again, you can go put him in the forward line. Now he's kicked 2 goals.
So it's actually 36-point leaders to Yarram. They go forward again through Garnham. Gets out the back. Well read by Larkin. Oh, no. Staying alive here. Oh, he's just going to get through that. Run into the open goal. Does Earls. And Lockie Earls gets his first for the afternoon. And Nathan Larkin won't be happy with that. Where he fed that back and in trouble. And Earls just goes bang. So 13-14-92. Glengarry 8-2-50. Nearly 8 gone last quarter. Finch Cafe scoreboard. Out to another game high, 42 points. Up it goes, Birmingham. Geez, he's won just about every tap out he's had today since he's gone in there to Harris. Harris up towards 50, and we've said it all day, haven't we? That's where they've fell down. Hunter takes the mark. And he's got a free kick.
And a push.
Yeah. And the reason is purely clientele, numbers, names.
Yep.
They haven't got the stock right now, Glengarry forward. So, Massaro in towards the goal mouth. The hands of the pack, Sutherland. Geez, he did well then. Did not panic under enormous pressure and found Benny Matten on the outside. He wants the middle. Over the hands. Hurry left foot from Bishop. To the coach, Birmingham. As Harris. Oh, he's in trouble here. I reckon he had prior to. No, he didn't. I'm not going to argue with her. She's umpired excellently today. So back in the middle, 42-point lead, the home team. They go forward. Vardy. We had Pearce on the outside. Smart. He didn't handball it because he wanted to get him to have a set shot.
And he's a beautiful kick.
Let him run forward and chipped it. Yep.
We've seen a snap from 50 and we've seen him do a goal running in from 50. And he's going to go to the snap here by the look of it, Brad.
Pearce. There, around he comes.
There it is.
That's why. Have a look at that.
Yeah.
Split the high diddle for his third. Caleb Pearce, what a great goal. And the Demons.
That's a guy knowing his capabilities.
Smart. 14-14-98. Here we go here. And it was smart footy from Vardy too.
Yep.
Not to handball it. Let him get inside 50 so he can do this. And look at that. Oh, he lets the crowd know too. I love that. 14-14-98 Yarram. 8-2-50 Glengarry. 48-point lead. 10 minutes gone last quarter on the Finch Cafe scoreboard. Not that we normally talk about AFL, but 26 points, Carlton over North Melbourne.
26, so they're coming back.
Oh, that's what they do again. Anyone that plays Carlton, that's what they do. I should know a dog because they can't hold a lead. A lot of players around this, and Claverino in and under like he has been for most of the day for the Demons. And we've got to start thinking about the Massaro Motors goal of the day, Willetton Transport Mark of the day, and the Crown Hotel player of the day. Motton to Pearce. There's two names that'll bob up in that conversation. Umpires pulled a free kick here. It'll go to Harrison at centre half forward. Has Vardy. Look out for the other Vardy at the back, but, oh, gee, I reckon Thomas might have been held. Oh, he's kicked it off the ground. A swift. This will be a miracle goal.
He's got
and
it.
I'll tell you what, that is
the goal of the
Massaro Motors goal of the day. That is definitely. He's got about 3 or 4 of them in his 6, but I reckon that one
I like it.
is the one.
Watch it on the replay.
So we'll mark that down at the 11.5-minute mark of the last quarter. The Massaro Motors goal of the day. Look at that. 15-14, 104 Yarram. Out to a 54-point lead. 8-2-50 Glengarry. 12 minutes gone last quarter. Finch Cafe scoreboard. That was a ripper, Matty.
It was, and I can see a bit of alarm bells. They could bang on another 5 before the end of the game, and it won't do justice of how hard Glengarry's been.
Yeah. Yep. And that's the second last quarter. If that happens for them. Oh, beautiful tap and well roved by Harris. Then he sends him inside 50. They'll be mopped up though, the Demons. Bouncing ball to Knox, feeds it off to the outside where Sutherland's tackled. Bradford again sending the Magpies inside 50. And a good mark to Duncan.
Been quiet.
He has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Hasn't troubled the scorers today. Shea Duncan, he got himself 4 last week in a losing side.
Yeah, I think he played a little too deep in the
Yeah.
first half. They didn't adapt to the changes.
So Shea Duncan from 35, slide angle.
Looks good.
Not to worry about that. Straight through the middle to get his first for the day. And Glengarry's 9th. 9-2-56. They trail. Yarram 15-14, 104. Love a player, a big forward that takes it at its highest point like that. Good crowd in the background. As you see Duncan, geez, he's well balanced, kick for goal. 48-point lead to the Demons. 13.5 gone. Finch Cafe scoreboard last quarter. In what has been a very warm Good Friday out here at Yarram.
You'd think it'd be late March, but we're pushing late April and it's very, very warm.
In the Hurricane Hire match of the round for AGL Loyang North Gippsland football netball. Umpires pulled a high free kick. Gee, I've liked his game too, Harris. He has not given up all day. Sends him inside 50 as he has done on numerous occasions. Well read by Seth Healy. Feeds it back, snap around the body. Bouncing ball. Oh, risky tap to Sutherland, but does well.
Plenty of numbers.
Yeah, they have, haven't they? And time here. Benny Matten feeds it back towards Sutherland to Knox. Fumbling, no. Just leaving the door ajar for the Magpies there. They set it up to Williams from the boot of Bishop. Out of side. again. Oh, beautiful kick to Mitchell from Harris on the outer side.
Going for his third.
Yes, he's been good since moving up there, hasn't he?
Yep. Just needed a little bit more help.
Yeah. It's been personnel, hasn't it?
It has. Like, even Burgess kicked 3, but it's not a lot he's done apart from kick those 3 goals. He hasn't touched the footy enough.
Spoken about Harris a lot, but his last quarter's just been another level.
Yeah.
For the Magpies. And
that looks
look
good
at
too.
This boy kicks like a forward. Just Callum Mitchell. And they won't go away. And I love the fight in this side, which is really needed considering their last quarter last week where they didn't score.
Yeah.
They go on to 10-2, 62 now. They trail Yarram 15-14, 104.
Yeah, if you're definitely the coach, this is what you want to see.
Yes.
Because this really could have blown out. And they have not deserved to be blown out the way it could have been. They've cracked in all day.
Their opponents have kicked 5, but they've managed 3 on themselves. So a good effort. Down on numbers. So back in the middle. Time won by Griffiths. Geez, it was good feet from Massaro to find Bartley on the left foot. Inside 50. Jenkins been solid back there for the home team. Out towards the wing to Ben Vardy.
He will lead up all day.
Oh, chopping of the arms. That'll be Swift's free kick. Out of half forward flank. Oh, has he got 50? No, bringing it back. Because that would have put him right in line for 7. If he had got the 50, and that would put him in line for the Crown Hotel Player of the Day.
You'd be disappointed to kick 7 and not getting the best player on the ground.
Yes. So Swift, 6 today, 5 last week. Inside 50. Truan's been good. Really solid up back for the Magpies. Has Williams. Just chipping it to centre half back. Wants the 1-2, doesn't get it. Oh, shocking kick to Bentley. Just chopped that off. He was looking for Harris, but just put too much air on it. Oh, lovely bounce for Claverino. Feeds it back to Knox on the left foot. Vardy. Off his hands, out over the boundary line in front of him and Wasolski. Nearly 18 minutes gone last quarter. 42-point lead to the home team. Back to 20 points, Carlton and North Melbourne.
No.
Here we go again. Might be the end of Voss if this happens. In many Blues supporters' eyes, he has gone. That is unbelievable if they lost this. Vardy, Dan feeds it back. Quickly wrapped up was Davis. So around 30 metres around from the Demons' goal. Fresh air shot from Dan Vardy. Claverino, geez, he likes to
Swivel.
doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, quick kick off the right foot. Got a high free kick here. And come off the boot of Dan Vardy. It was another check side, little one round. And just standing in the right spot. He's done this a few occasions today. Is it Lockie Earls?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's a real will-o'-the-wisp. Lockie Earls. He has one. Shouldn't have a problem from there. 25 to 30 metres out directly in front. There's the opportunity to get his second, and there's 16th. And he has. So 16-14, 110 Yarram. 10-2, 62 Glengarry. 19.5 minutes gone last quarter. Finch Cafe, don't forget, get down to Hotham Street. Get some of that calamari in you. I'll be in there next week again. I think I might have something different next week, Matty.
What are you feeling? A bit of flake?
Ooh, I hadn't thought about that. I do like their chicken down there. Got a beautiful chicken dish. Probably get down. Oh, it's a short week. Monday's a holiday.
That is.
Kills me. And there's a Friday game of footy we've got to do. Anzac night. I'll tell you what I'll do, because it's in Hotham Street, Traralgon.
Yeah.
It's a 6:20 game next week. We go
Lunch.
to where 5:50. I'll get down there at about 2 o'clock before the footy and have a fang. As Motton feeds it back, they'll go inside again to Vardy. Gets through Ben Vardy's hands. Here he is again, Earls. Oh, he's hit the wrong side of the ball. Straight up in the air. Pearce gets a bad bounce. Come out through Maloney, the Magpies. And they're going to turn it over again here. .20.5 minutes. That sounds like a very good plan next Friday, Anzac Day. Finch Cafe, I'll be there. Through the hands of the pack. Out the back. Well read by Seth Healy. Umpire will bounce that down. At 40 metres out from the Demons' goal. They enjoy 48-point lead. Into time on. Umpire's pulled a free kick. It'll go to Geordie Thomas against Dan Vardy. They spread this side. He decides to go to the other side, to the coach, in a 1-on-2. The bounce down. Out of wing position. Birmingham wins the tap. Bartley, quick hands on the outside. Free kick. Looks like it'll be Motton.
Yep.
Right under the R.W. May Pavilion. The new pavilion here at Yarram. Beautiful structure it is. Odie Motton up towards half forward. Pearce! What a mark that would have been.
Yeah.
He's hurt himself on the way down. Look at this. Swift has a chance for 7. Takes the mark amongst 3 Magpies. Wow, the leap of Pearce would have been an absolute lay-down misère for the Willetton Transport mark of the day. Have a look at that. Wow.
Did come straight off too. I think he's winded himself.
Yeah, hopefully that's all it is.
Yeah.
This will take a good kick here from Swift, but if anyone can do it, it can be him from the underneath the old scoreboard there. Hurricane Hire match of the round. Gonna shoot for his 7th goal. Josh Swift misses to the near side.
That's cost him.
Oh, you've already branded him.
Oh, it's hard if you kick 7 not to be best player on the ground.
It is very. They bring it in, the Magpies, and find Kogan. Kicked a goal in the first quarter today. They'll go wide again here to Maloney. Hasn't got a lot to go to here. So he sits it up to a 1-on-1. Mitchell loved his second half, just couldn't get the bounce there. They blow the whistle early a couple of times on the boundary today. So boundary throw in. Sports Stream Live broadcast side of the ground in what has been a sauna inside the broadcast box today. Birmingham feeds it off to Ryan. Inside 50 looking for Mitchell. He's the only one that stood up a la Bradbury style.
Yeah, well done.
And right foot check sides.
It's his fourth.
His fourth. They all just fell around him. Look at that. That is Stephen Bradbury style there. 11-2-68 Glengarry. Yarram 16-15, 111. 24 gone last quarter. Finch Cafe scoreboard. And again, as I say, they have not given up. They've kicked 4 straight in this last quarter, Glengarry.
Well, 11-2.
Yarram have kicked 6-2.
Yep.
So that's not bad.
Yep.
And that would have been definitely on the mind of the coaching staff of Glengarry after the 6-goal lead they blew last week. And they've acquitted themselves well.
You've got to take those little wins.
Yes, exactly right. 24 and a half gone, last quarter. Not long to go. Here he is again, Harris. He's going as quick now as what he was in the first quarter. Beautiful vision and kick to Waitley. And he goes short and finds Seth Healy. So he's a long way from home, but he likes his chances here.
On a 27-degree day in the last quarter.
They'll take a great
Just
kick.
look after those hammies.
Start this right, it'll work its way back. And he started at left and it's gone further left. It's nearly up on the hill bar there. I don't know what he was trying to do there.
Me either.
So we're going to bounce down. 35 metres around from the Glengarry goal. Duncan gets the punch forward. Motton wins it.
Oh.
Harrison. Free kick against him. It's holding the face when he gets up. Is that Harris again? Mm-hmm. Wow. He's had some sort of last quarter here.
He's finishing off well.
Oh, he's turned that over. But drop ball, recovers well. Goes inside the middle to Earls. Umpire calls him to play on. He's got to square it up here to Knox.
Oh, he just missed.
Sat up in the air, didn't it? And give Kogan a real chance, but takes the bounce running away. Does Knox up towards Vardy.
Oh.
Good hands, Big Ben Vardy. Knox wants it back. He's going to run into the hole here, and he might get a chip. And he will. You've got to reward that. Kick wasn't great. He's able to win it again, though, and he's missed everything. Oh, Big Dan Vardy, umpire says play on. Gets the left foot to it. I reckon he's hit the post. He has. Boys are tired, Matty Moses.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. You just want to get through the game now.
44-point lead, 27 gone last quarter for Yarram. Finch Cafe scoreboard in the Hurricane Hire match of the round. The AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Good Friday game as Maloney brings the ball back into play. Truant is going to go back. This time it's Maloney, Ryan.
Tried hard all day.
He has, hasn't
Ryan,
he?
Yeah.
Flat ball. Oh, boy, has Thomas been good in this. Harris, but he's been good all day, but this last quarter.
Great last
Beautiful kick. Just did not have to break stride, Sid Kogan. Then he sends him into Burgess, the captain. Oh, I reckon he might have tripped up Sutherland, not paid. Burgess is able to clean up. Goes inside, 50. Jenkins wrapped up. Did he have Pry? Umpire says no. Mitchell, he's wrapped up. Sutherland.
Oh, he's given a free kick.
Against Bradford, is it? No, it's to Bradford. Against Sutherland. High. And he kicks the goal. So Bradford gets his first for the day. It's been a goal fest in the last quarter.
Yeah.
12-2 to 16-16. And the Magpies have piled on 5 straight goals in this last quarter. And Yarram have got themselves 6-3. So it's 16-16, 112 Yarram. Glengarry 12-2, 74. Nearly 29 minutes gone the last quarter. Finch Cafe. Birmingham.
Oh, he's nearly there again.
Yeah, it's a Harrison. Got a bad bounce, so Motton towards Earls. He also got a bad bounce. Onto the left foot is Larkin.
Oh.
Bartley will take the free kick. He plays on. Did he? He should have come
shouldn't
back
have.
over the mark.
Yeah.
Mitchell. Again. Bartley. Definitely didn't go back over the mark.
No.
So right forward pocket for Glengarry. They haven't gone away. Good last quarter, but Yarram just too strong on the day. Massaro, left foot, step. Oh, I wanted to say it all day. There's a contender for the Massaro Motors goal of the day from Declan Massaro. You'd be happy with this, Alex Birmingham.
Inside-out torpedo to get it through.
13-80 to Yarram, 16-16, 112. They've brought it back to 32 points, 30 gone last quarter, Finch Cafe scoreboard.
Yep.
And they now have kicked 6 straight in the last quarter.
They're just fighting to the end, and that's exactly what you want.
They had to kick the 6 straight last week. They win the game.
Yeah, that's right. I think they scored, did they?
They didn't.
No.
They were 6 up. And it's been Harris in the middle with Birmingham in the ruck that have
He's
set
looking
them on
for
fire.
him too.
Again, Birmingham. This time it was to Williams. But Knox wins it for the Demons. Inside to Pearce. He's going to pay the push here, or she. Very well umpired today. There's no doubt about it. And Pearce definitely pushed Maloney, and Maloney will take the free kick. Harris, I cannot believe how hard he's running on this hot day at the 31-minute mark of the last quarter.
Yep.
Garnham was quiet after half-time. Looks for Vardy.
All day.
How can you stop that when Ben Vardy takes the football about 15 feet in the air, Matt?
You can't. All you can do is hope the pressure upfield makes it the kick not as good. There's not a lot you can do as the defender.
No. He's got 2. He'll kick from 50 directly in front. Ben Vardy. It's an over. It's a mongrel punt, but it's got there for his 3rd. So Yarram have run out winners 17-16, 118 to Glengarry, not to be disgraced, 13-80. They run out 38-point winners in the end. After trailing at the first break by 4 points. They led by half-time at 25 points, three-quarter time at 29 points, and they win by 38 points to the Demons. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we've got all of that, everything happening in the Crown Hotel post-game show. We've got to go through the Willetton Transport Mark of the day, the Massaro Motors goal of the day, the Crown Hotel player of the day, and hopefully we have Brett Mitchell up here to have a chat, the coach of the winning side, Yarram. It was the Yarram Demons at home by 38 points. We'll be right back very soon.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from fuel to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it, and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.
Welcome back for the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League Good Friday game out here at Yarram, thanks to Hurricane Hire. And what a game it was, where Yarram ran out 38-point winners, 17-16, 118 to 13 to 80. Glengarry, who did fight, continued to fight in that last quarter, and I thought they were very good in the end. They did not give up after losing Luke Healy very early on in the game. And we're very, very privileged for the winning coach of Yarram, Brett Mitchell, joining us. Thanks very much, Brett. Great to have you on board again.
Thanks, lads.
What'd you think? Hot?
A very warm day. Obviously, we had a few players go down with cramp, and really important with our rotations and things like that. So I was sort of glad that we had a 25-point break at half-time, was it?
At half-time, you were, yes, spot on, 25
so
points.
I think that was really important. And I said to the boys at half-time, particularly if we kick the first couple in that third quarter, that deficit's going to be hard to pull back. And to Glengarry's credit, though, they worked really hard to probably not stay in the game, but still competed really hard. I thought we could have opened up the game, but, they kicked, 4 or 5 in that last quarter?
Six,
so
6 straight.
Yeah, did they?
That helped them.
Yeah, absolutely.
13-2. And they lost Healy early, but I've got to say, the two Vardy boys coming in up forward, they are, if you're coming out off half-back or through the middle and and I'm got no doubt you're telling your blokes, just get it in there quick to them. They're hard to stop. They take it at the highest point.
Yeah, both of them. Ben must have taken, 15, 16 marks today.
Played up all day.
Yeah, he was fantastic. I mean, he's pretty fit. He hasn't touched a footy much living in Geelong, but he's coming back to live to Yarram, so he'll be a big acquisition for us for the rest of the year. And Dan was a bit questionable whether he's going to play or not, and to have him out there is just a big target brought again. I thought our small forwards could have played a better role and took advantage of that. Both of them didn't get outmarked too often. I thought probably the difference in the game for me was Cal Griffiths in the ruck in the first half. I thought he was fantastic, particularly with our ruckman Levi out. I thought his effort was magnificent.
It's funny you say that. We've just done our 3-2-1. We haven't announced them yet, and we were tossing it around. I've got about 15 apologies.
Yeah,
and
he's one of them.
Griffith's one of them.
Yeah, right.
Benny Matten's another one.
Yeah, he was fantastic on a wing.
Yeah. I just thought you had so many winners in areas. I went, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree, and they'll say,
we don't look at each other when we do it.
No, we do the same every week, but we've ended up, we always have a different order.
Yeah, right.
And the one that I've gone for 3 votes, a lot of people are going to give me a bit of canning over this. I've gone for Bodie Motten. And a lot of people probably would have watched that and thought, no, he's better than that. I expected more. But he never, ever turns the footy over and never panics in traffic.
Yeah, look, Bodie was a bit flat today. He was a bit Wednesday night as well, so he was carrying some illness into the game. And his effort, particularly in that second half, to push through, that was fantastic. He's a magnificent leader.
Does he ever turn it over?
No,
he didn't today.
He obviously deserves to play at a whole lot higher level than he has got to. I think he's, I just love him as my assistant coach. He brings, some really good leadership, some, new ideas, structures and things like that. He's fantastic to have at this football club, believe me.
Well, we've got Brett in the chair, Matty. We might give our votes. Yep. You give your 3-2-1 first.
Well, I gave one to Josh Swift. Snowy. He kicked 6 and he should have nearly kicked 7. And then I gave time to Ben Vardy. I thought his up-leading marking all day was...
2 votes?
2 votes, sorry. Was super. Then I gave one to Bodie as well. I thought he was really good in the third quarter when the cream really stood up in that third.
Well, I went Motten 3 votes, Swift 2, 6 goals. If he had got that 7, I would have given him the 3. He missed a couple. And I went Vardy as well at centre forward. He got himself 3 goals. So in the end, the Crown Hotel Player of the Day has gone to Bodie Motten, and a lot of people are going to give us a bit of caning over that. And I know that.
That's all your fault, bro.
And then there's apologies.
There's a few.
There is a few. Griffiths is the number 1. Caleb Pearce.
Yeah.
How much of it did he have?
Even the Glengarry coach, he was super as well.
Yep.
Yeah, particularly with Healy, was it, number 7?
Yeah, Healy.
Going down early, his effort in the ruck was huge. I said that to him after the game.
And Tommy Harris in the middle for Glengarry was pretty good too. I'll tell you another one that I really liked for you guys. He lacks a little bit of polish by foot, but gee, he gets in and under and gets the footy. Is Claverino.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he brings great effort. He's one of our joint captains as well, so good leadership. Yeah, Macy, he's a good player.
Bentley didn't have a lot to do down back, but whatever he did was very clean.
Yeah, he's pretty important for us down there. We're a bit undersized down there. So, yeah, Liam's role down there is really important.
So, right now, the boys would be in the water tomorrow, wouldn't they? That was a very hot game. That was, what's the go now? I mean, we don't play in that here. We don't play in that weather.
No, I actually said to the boys before the game, I think I might even said to you Wednesday night, this is going to be as close to a final as you're going to get with the crowd and the conditions turned out and, great deck out there. So, yeah, and Glengarry come to play. So I think it was a really good contest all around.
I'll tell you what, I didn't pick Wednesday night, speaking of Wednesday night, and I should have. You're out there training, I'm interviewing you and your president, and I'm talking to Griffin Underwood walking around the ground. He obviously was never going to play coming into today. And
we were looking for him.
We were looking for him, and all of a sudden we've seen him sitting up there with you.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, had a slight hamstring the week before at training, so we just didn't want to risk him today.
Yeah.
But he'll come into calculations this week, and obviously we'll get our big ruckman Levi back. And I think it's a bit of a rivalry between Woodside. I'm not sure. I assume it is between Yarram and Woodside.
Yeah.
So looking forward to next week taking on last year's premiers. We'll know where we're at.
Yes, and that's a good call, isn't it? It'll probably give you a good indication early in the season. All right, this is exactly where we're at.
Yep.
I mentioned the other one up back that I like too. Solid. Not much gets through him is Jenkins.
Yeah, Wells swanged a little. He played a little bit forward and a little bit back as well, so he's a bit of a swingman for us. Yeah, good as acquisition for the club.
Cody Harrison looks like he could do, and I think you mentioned this. You did in your interview that he wasn't great last week, but he showed enough for you to say, yeah, this bloke, and he showed enough again today. He looks special.
Yeah, he's a player.
Yeah,
you'll see some good things from him going forward.
Backs out of packs, people run past him, and time stands still.
Yeah. Got a really good centre of gravity, hard to get off the footy.
Now, we got mixed up with a few of these numbers. You set us up here today.
Yeah.
Don't ask me the numbers, mate.
The boys forgot their jumpers, did they?
I don't know.
Because
ask me about it.
Harrison was in 10, but he played in 50.
Sorry, boys.
Not your fault.
Yeah.
Because I've coached and you've played footy. The amount of times I've rolled up to a game of footy and a bloke goes, hey, I forgot my jumper.
I think it's more administration error, that one, I think. But yeah.
Ground played beautifully, didn't it? Good crowd.
Yeah, great crowd. So hopefully you'll stick around. And we've got a function on tonight with the band. So
now that's something I've got to bring up is that a lot of people in footy are a little bit worried about live stream. They say things like it affects your gate. Well, the 3 games we've done, the crowds have been massive at the live stream games.
Yeah. Well, you're promoting obviously the best game that round, so you assume that crowd support it. Yeah.
So have you enjoyed it so far? It's early days, I know, but
yeah, look, coming from sort of mid-Gippsland, it's a little bit different. I really pride myself on my preparation in terms of opposition, and that's really hard for me to get prepare for the opposition and matchups and things like that. But I'm happy we're obviously having 2 wins, and I think we've just got a lot of upside to where we want to go in our structures a little bit as well. We're going to continue to learn those, but we're going to play a game that we're going to take it on, so hopefully it'll be good to watch going forward.
Another thing we spoke about Wednesday night was that we both are learning about the North Gippy style from Mid Gippy. That this looks like a very good brand of footy.
Yeah, look, I think I'd like to have this side playing Mid Gippsland as well.
Yeah.
To see it's hard to compare leagues, but it really is. But I've got some special players out there.
How many more blokes have to come into the side? You said your ruckman wasn't out today.
Yep.
You've obviously got Griffin to come back in.
Yep.
So pretty full strength, or a few to come back in?
I'm not sure about Bruns, whether he's going to pull it back on or not.
Well, he'll be getting on now.
Yep. And we may have picked up a midfielder from Melbourne as well.
Okay, so there is upside.
And there's still a couple of other blokes that are sniffing around the club as well. So, yeah, if we beat Woodside next week, I wouldn't be surprised if they
jumping on.
come on board. Yeah. And there's a couple of boys working in WA, fly in, fly out as well. So, yeah, they'll be available for a few games.
It's all about the wins early.
Yeah.
So as a senior coach then, Brett, do you get to a stage and you go, okay, we're in about round 8 or 9, or 6 or 7 actually, prior to June 30, and you go, you know what, we're thereabouts. We just need this player in this position. You just start looking and you start trying to pull one, or you wait till next season?
Yeah, look, it can upset the balance if you bring someone in at that time. You know, I like to reward the guys that have put the effort in pre-season as well. So, yeah, it's a good question. I mean, if a centre-half back, 6'4" centre-half back come out of the woodwork, I certainly wouldn't say no.
No, I'm done.
Matty Mosley,
No, I'm done.
6'4" centre-half back.
No, I'm done.
You just have to get on the salads and you'll be ready
That's right.
to go.
I'm done.
Done 2 Achilles injuries.
Yeah.
So, yeah, really good day today. I mean, I'll be brutally honest here for me. Glengarry were good, but I think their straight kicking flattered them.
Yeah.
13-2, where it's 15 shots to 33. There's 18 more shots a goal. I thought you cleaned that up after half-time. It was early that you were missing those shots, and I go 3-4, at one stage 8-9. You get 30. You'd be happy with 33 shots a goal.
Yeah, we missed a couple early in the third quarter too. Swifty,
Yes.
I think, missed one, easy one, and
Absolute
Cody
mongrel
as
kick.
well. So those two boys you'd normally rely on to kick those goals. But, yeah, look, they were fatigued. It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard in that heat. Yeah.
Oh, 30 goals kicked
Yeah.
in that heat. And you know what I was shocked about? Both sides were running as hard late as what they did early. I was shocked by that.
Yeah,
And that's credit to coaches, your rotations.
yeah. Look, the boys are cooked, to be honest. And, yeah, as you said, recovery is going to be pretty important. But I'm pretty sure they're probably into a few beers and fight about now, a few of them. But they've got to rehydrate, and that recovery next week is going to be really important for Woodside. So.
You're not cooked. You seem pretty up and about.
I'll enjoy quite one later.
And I was just about to say that we better let you go because
thanks,
you
boys.
probably even haven't had one.
No, I haven't.
And these blokes are probably 4 deep. Thanks very much, Brett.
Thanks,
well done
appreciate it.
today.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for coming across.
Congratulations. Well done.
Really appreciate it. Thank
Great
you.
work. That was Brett Mitchell, the senior coach of the victorious Yarram side by 38 points. And what a game it was. It was a really good game to watch, Matt.
Yeah.
And they're up. He's right.
There's upside to it.
Next week, if they run Woodside or even beat them, look out, they could be thereabouts. There's a couple who come back in. Well, I mean, you're saying he's 50, I'm saying he's 38, Underwood.
He's got about 6 on me, so he has to be 40, 41.
I reckon he's still a very good in when he comes back.
Oh, he just
Even
makes,
at that age.
He just makes you better. He doesn't even have to touch the footy, but he just makes the players better.
Brett did mention that he thought his small forwards could have done more.
It's the first game having the Vardies, though, and they're only going to get better.
Underwood's that
Yeah,
one.
he's the man.
He's
He'll
that
lead.
small forward.
He's the leader.
That comes into that side. So, in the end, they've run out 38-point winners. Now, we've gone with Bodie Motton for the Crown Hotel Player of the Day, and my right-hand man, Matty Mosley, he selects the Massaro Motors Goal of the Day and the Willetton Transport Mark of the Day. Firstly, Matt, give me your Massaro Motors Goal of the Day winner. Who was it?
He kicked 6, and it was Josh Swift.
Josh Swift kicked 6. He was very, very good today. There's no doubt about that. 6 goals. And this is the winner.
No,
No,
it's not
that's
that
the wrong one. No. Billy Buttons has got the wrong one. That's the Massaro
That's the
Motors. That's Massaro.
Raise
Declan-
onto that one.
Declan Massaro there. But it was Josh Swift, and that was he kicked a few. It was his first quarter goal you're talking about?
No, it was in the
The snap on the boundary.
in the last quarter.
Yeah, that was an
it number
absolute
6?
ripper. Yeah, absolute ripper. What about your Willetton Transport Mark of the Day? Please don't say it.
Yes, it was Josh Swift again.
Again.
There wasn't a lot of great marks today, very stock standard, but it was a good mark as well.
So that was 2 weeks in a row, the same player. It was the coach last week out at Churchill.
It was.
Got
And
the
then,
faith.
yes, and we had it the week before
Yes.
at CT. So every week.
Every week it's been the same player taking
Yeah.
the mark. And that's
just by chance.
That's by chance. There's no pattern there
No.
at all. We can say that. That's for certain. So that was the Willetton Transport Mark of the Day, and the Massaro Motors Goal of the Day was taken out by Josh Swift, who I must say in this broadcast, Josh Swift was the one that was really quick off the ball for Yarram, sending me the teams and so forth in positions and everything. So I thank him for that today as well. Hurricane Hire was our match of the round sponsor today, and Latrobe's biggest ever blokes barbecue was the pre-game show, and that was the Crown Hotel post-game show. And during the half-time Gippsland Land Rover show, we spoke to the Vice President of the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League, Brendan Garrett, and he was so generous of his time to come out and have a chat with us at half-time in the Gippsland Land Rovers half-time show. We found out that he drives, what would you say, 4 Land Rovers, 4 different Land Rovers.
Well, he didn't deny it.
He didn't deny it. And I can tell you that his Kangaroos are 38 points down to Carlton at the moment. So the Mick Robertson up on the camera there's just got the fist pump going. He's a mad Carlton man. Don't forget too, guys, Latrobe's biggest ever Blokes Barbecue being held on the June 20th out at the Kernot Hall and Mall. Grab your tickets online, lvbigblokesbarbecue.com.au. And Hurricane Hire is our newest sponsor, and get on to them if you need a car, bus or anything to hire at hurricanehire.com.au. And I'm not going to tell you what day I'm out there, but get out to the Finch Cafe. Oh, I already have told you. I'll be out there next Friday, Anzac Day, before the big game between TTU and Rosedale. Get out there for an afternoon lunch. I might see if I can get Matty Mosley to join me. So I'll have to ring ahead and let them know that that's happening. Put a second chef on.
Absolutely.
we'll give that.
If you say it's that good, Brad.
Oh, it is. The calamari. Go with it. Oh. We will go berserk there next Friday. So that's it for round 2. It's all done and dusted of the AGL Loyang North Gippsland Football Netball League. Next Friday, Anzac Day, Friday night, round 3 kicks off with the Sports Stream Live match of the round between TTU and Rosedale. I got all 5 tips this week.
I didn't.
You got 4.
We're equal.
We're equal now, so we're all level pegging. Thanks to Stefan Gregory on the buttons in a very hot day in the van. It felt like a sauna. He loves his gym. I reckon he's probably dropped about 6 kilos in this Sports Stream Live broadcast van today. And so is our great cameraman, the Mad Blue supporter, Mickey Robertson, up on the platform. Thanks for him for his magnificent work, because it was a very trying day. We could only film into the sun. It was the only space that we could get to, and he did a magnificent job in that last quarter of making sure the sun wasn't in your eyes at home or in the pub, wherever you're watching it. Thanks to all our sponsors. Been a magnificent day out here where Yarram run out big winners in the end, 17-16, 118, 38-point victors over the travelling Glengarry Magpies, 13-80. Enjoy the rest of your Easter. Matty Mosley, thank you for another wonderful job in the special comments seat.
And good job to you too, Brad.
Thank you very much. Look forward to next Friday night,
next Friday.
Anzac Day, after the big luncheon.
Afternoon lunch.
Out at the Finch Cafe. Got to also say thanks for Owen Carter out at Gippsland Footy for the esky in the van.
Still plenty of cans in there.
He's got bourbons on the go. You driving home now, Owen?
Back to Pakenham you go.
Owen Carter, don't worry about that. Gippsland Footy, you can go anywhere from Pakenham to bloody Lakes Entrance, and you'll see him. Omeo. He goes everywhere. He's out and about, and he's got the big beard going at the moment. He looks like someone from Buchan, doesn't he? He's
the old caveman.
He's got that
caveman.
He's got that Buchan look. Hey, thank you very much for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your Easter. Stay safe, and we'll see you next Friday night.
BP to Ralgan East, day or night from few to a feast. BP to Ralgan East, from a wicked brew coffee to washing the beast. BP to Ralgan East.
Water. It's a part of life and we all depend on it. We spray it and play in it. At Davey, we move it around, clean it and provide the right pressure at the right time. To help you do this, run one of these and wash her. We're Australian made and made for Australia. So when you depend on this, need to do this, or just want one of these, you can depend on Davey.